like the massive bureaucracy, like the unelected judges, like the Democrat Party that is constantly trying to sabotage a president that was elected in a landslide. Don't get me wrong, they can certainly oppose him, but that's not what they seek. It's a party that uses impeachment as a policy tool, and this is a party that seeks to destroy our immigration laws. First, when they were in power, by defying them, by destroying them, and then when they're out of power, by using violence, utter violence, with these hateful groups, whether they be communist groups, anti-Semitic groups, socialist groups, whatever the group. And they come together in common cause. And that's what? To destroy the country. So this is what I mean by authoritarian democracy. And you can call it authoritarian republicanism. I'm not really interested in splitting hairs right now. I'm just explaining the point. And I think that actually better describes this notion of suicidal empathy, although they're not mutually exclusive. And I think the way that language is used, what I call negative language, and you hear this constantly now from Democrat politicians, from hosts and so-called journalists, from entertainers, when they use things like dictatorships and Gestapo and all these other things, these slogans, they're intended to incite, confound, anger. What they are not intended to do is to create a legitimate debate, thinking process, to gather knowledge. They're the complete opposite of that. That's why I call it negative language versus positive language. And when you have a negative view of society and a negative view of government in the sense that you reject the Declaration and the Constitution, you want centralized authority in your party, the Democrat Party, much like the Communist parties. They seek negative power. They seek the destruction of checks and balances, despite their propaganda against Trump. They want to pack the Supreme Court, create their own ideological Politburo, if you will, change the voting system as they're trying to do right now in Virginia so they can never lose, and yet you still vote. That's authoritarian democracy. And that's what they stand for. I want to tell you about monetary gold. You know, in many ways it could be called monetary silver, too. You know, gold prices are very high, a record high. So are silver prices. And yet silver for many people is still more affordable. $114, $115, $110 an ounce. Gold about $5,000 an ounce. Now, I personally like gold. But depending on your budget, you may want to invest in silver, or you may want to use your pension, your IRA, or your other funds to diversify, or whatever savings you have to diversify, because that's the smartest way to go, with silver or gold. But silver is clearly more affordable, and silver is doing very, very well. And you can learn a whole lot about this from our friends at Monetary Gold. They've been around since 2000. They've witnessed multiple economic setbacks. They have a good feel and experience and knowledge about how to move in one direction or another. And I'm very, very high on these folks. Now, you may have all your money in stocks, that's called equities and bonds and so forth, or you may even have it in your mattress, for all I know. What I mean is a savings account or a checking account. But diversification is what really all the financial experts are recommending. So you don't lose your money if one market drops like an anchor and another market takes off like a rocket. You get a piece of that too. That's what diversification is all about. Call Monetary Gold right now at 877-NOW-GOLD, 877-NOW-GOLD. They're going to cover up to a lifetime of your IRA fees on qualified accounts. Look into that too. That's 877-NOW-GOLD. Don't be left behind on this, folks. You could get hurt. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial and tax professional. We'll be right back.
Securing America.
A Senate Veterans Affairs Committee hearing Wednesday focused on efforts to improve the VA's health care. Kansas Republican Senator Jerry Moran said the aim is
to get real answers for the solutions that we've been looking for a long time.
VA Secretary Doug Collins testified about a new approach, the Restructure for Impact and Sustainability effort, or RISE. Collins says the goal is to
put the veteran first.
He further explained,
This is a reorganization that will eliminate the glut of a VA administrative overhead and push more resources directly into the field.
Collins said the bottom line is improving veterans' health care, and that some preliminary improvements have already been seen.
We've eliminated the backlog for veterans' families for health care. We've opened 25 new health care facilities, and we're permanently housing 52,000 homeless veterans.
The secretary said this is the start of generational change both sides of the political aisle can agree on. Kevin Uretsky, Fox News.
Hi, it's Tori DeVito. In every family, small conversations can make a big impact, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic. Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
To provide the music, talk, and sports you love. And to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
KINA, 910 AM, 107.5 FM. Home for Southeast of Saline Trojan Sports. KINA, Salina, an Eagle Communication Station.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and KINA Sports. Trojan basketball is on the air. This is Countdown to Tip-Off for Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA Sports. Coming up, you're going to get a full preview of area games, analysis on this matchup, and keys to a Trojan win. Now let's head to the gym for Countdown to Tip-Off right here on KINA.
After a split on the road Tuesday in Belleville, Southeast of Saline back on the highway for a league contest, and it should be a couple of good games here tonight in Ellsworth against the Bearcats. Hi, and welcome into Ellsworth High School. My name is Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. We will bring you a doubleheader of Southeast of Saline basketball tonight. The girls' contest should be a high-level basketball game, and the boys' contest will be interesting as well. Have a few things to talk about on both of these games as we get you ready for Trojan basketball here tonight. Countdown to Tip-Off is brought to you by L&L Advisors, getting a little bit of a late start here just because the JV game in front of us, the girls' JV game, went down to the wire. Ellsworth ended up squeaking it out at the end, so got us a little bit of a late start. Here on also live stream video on SalinaPost.com tonight, presented by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, Maury Clinic, Sports Medicine, and our friends at Commercial Tire Centers. When we come back, we'll get you all straightened out and ready to go for this one. It's the girls' contest, and it should be a good one. A 2-minute timeout here on Countdown to Tip-Off. It's brought to you by L&L Advisors, getting you ready for Lady Trojan basketball right here on KINA.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Hi, this is Angela Gephardt from the Bank of Tuscan, and I'm still cheering on SES Trojans. Just like a great basketball team, we're here to assist, pass, and score big with you with our lineup of winning banking products. Whether you're looking to save with our traditional high-yield savings account, earn with Kasasa-free checkings, or secure your future with competitive loan options, we've got the tools to help you slam dunk your financial goals. Stop by one of our branches or visit Bank of Tuscan to learn more. The Bank of Tuscan, member FDIC.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything. At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back here to Ellsworth High School. Devin Haney along with Tyler Smith. Trey Tolley on the camera tonight, providing live stream video on SalinaPost.com free of charge. Presented by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine and Commercial Tire Centers. And I'll just give you a warning right now. The video a little bit shaky here in Ellsworth. The Verizon cellular signal is not that great. That's always the backup. And the Wi-Fi network right now in the school that they are currently working on. We had some issues with that, so we're hoping it gets better throughout the evening. But hope you can stick with us here on video. If not, the video in its entirety will be posted later that you can watch it, of course, on demand. Time on YouTube. You can listen to KINA. Tyler, big one here tonight. We've been looking forward to this one all week, and not to dismiss Republic County at all, but we're just kind of looking around the corner. That's what we do jobs. It's not the players' jobs. But, boy, we couldn't wait till Friday in this matchup here between Ellsworth and Southeast of Saline. And there's a couple of different reasons for that. One, Ellsworth beat Southeast of Saline last year. Southeast didn't get the rematch here in Ellsworth as it was canceled due to weather. The other thing is, this Ellsworth team and the Southeast of Saline team, they might be two of the hottest teams right now in Class 3A in the state of Kansas.
Yeah, I mean, they're just both just lighting things up. I mean, destroying teams, doing a great job. And it's funny, the trajectory of both these teams, like they're both just peaking at the right time, and now they're going to collide together, for a fun Friday night for us. And regardless of what happens tonight, I think both teams want to see where they really sit, right? Like, I mean, you look at the 3A standings, you look at the rankings, both in different sub-states, so it's one of those, kind of funky things where they're going to play twice tonight, and they'll play again before the regular season is over. And both coaches want this. You want to test yourself against the best, and this is going to be a matchup that's going to be an absolute blast to watch. You're going to see just two teams that mirror each other, do a lot of things. It's going to be a fantastic game for viewers.
When you look at Ellsworth, they come into this game here tonight. They have won 4 in a row. They have won 6 of their last 7, including already 2 games this week. They knocked off the state-ranked, undefeated Ellenwood Lady Eagles on Monday in a makeup game, 67-59. They were one of the top-ranked teams and undefeated in Class 2A. And then Ellsworth came back the very next night and beat Plainville by 40, 67-27. It's a 10-3 Ellsworth squad overall. They are 4-2 in league play. Both of those losses are to the team that sits atop the NCAA right now on the girls' side, and the Beloit Lady Trojans. They lost to them twice. They have defeated Lyons, Republic County. They went to overtime in Minneapolis against the Lady Lions, but then right before midseason tournament action started 2 weeks ago, they beat Sacred Heart 53-45. This team is led by Laney Peshka. She became a 1,000-point scorer in their game against against Plainville on Tuesday. So, of course, Peshka has been a 4-year player here at Ellsworth. She has 4 more seniors right along with her. We'll give you that starting lineup right now. Laney Peshka is a 5'7" senior. She's the leading scorer on this team at 12.5 points a game, and she is a 1,000-point scorer here in the 1,000-point club for the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats. Joe Lindsley, the 5'8" senior, 4 points a game, 3 rebounds. Josie Kuther, a 5'10" senior, 5.5 points a game, also 5 rebounds. Alexis Moore, a 6' senior, 10.5 points. She leads the team in rebounding at 6 rebounds a contest, also 16 blocks. Elise Haxton, a 5'8" senior, 7 points, and she also leads the team in steals and assists. For Southeast of Saline, led by Shauna Smith, they will start. Reese Heinrich and Kaya Samuel sit in the backcourt. 5'2" sophomore is Heinrich, 9 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists a game. Samuelson, a 5'7" sophomore, is the leading scorer, leading assist, and a leading steal getter on the team. Samuelson averages 11 points a game, coming off of a 17-point-a-game performance against Republic County. She also gets 5.5 rebounds and 3 assists. Sutton Douglas leads the team in rebounding, along with 7 points, 6 rebounds a game. Reagan Duran is a 5'5" junior, averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds a game. And Abigail Pearson, a 5'7" senior, coming off 20 points against Republic County on Tuesday night. 7 points a game, 3.5 rebounds, and 2 assists. We'll take a break. When we come back, Lady Trojan basketball's right around the corner here on KINA.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
Can-Equip's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at Can-Equip in Solomon.
At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms, right in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
It's natural to think that insurance is complicated, but at Farmers Agency, we know a thing or two about helping to make it easier by explaining your available coverage options and with...
Hopefully we get those repaired here so you can enjoy Lady Trojan basketball on SalinaPost.com with live stream video along with the radio broadcast here on KINA. We also have live coverage tonight of the Dickinson County Showdown between Abilene and Chapman. Tyler Henry and Chapman tonight. He has coverage of that with live stream video, and also Sacred Heart and Hutch Trinity playing as well in Salina. Noah Helgett has coverage of that on SalinaPost.com with live stream video of that one as well. This is a big game. It's not for the top spot in the league, but boy, it's worth a lot of momentum and a chance to maybe get into that top spot for Southeast of Saline's girls. Tyler, your new image audio. Keys to success tonight for the Lady Trojans.
Devin, this is a game just filled with superstars on both teams. It's two teams that can legitimately make state tournament runs, not only state tournament runs, that can win a state championship. Anytime you get this in a regular season game, it's just an absolute blast to be around. I think the keys to success for Southeast Saline tonight are going to be what doesn't show up in the stat sheet. Those ugly points we talked about, those ugly possessions. It's the Reese Heinrichs, it's the Reagan Durans. It's what they're going to do. It's not going to show up in a stat sheet. That's going to be vital tonight for Southeast to come away with the victory.
I agree. It's such a crazy kind of tempo game. It's a lot of scrappy. We talk about Southeast and their games with Minneapolis maybe being that way. I think with the crews that are on the floor now tonight, you have this veteran, 5 senior starter crew for Craig Batchman, and Southeast of Saline's younger crew, but good senior leadership. I think we're in for a good one here tonight. Big Bearcat in the middle of the floor. Red and black is the theme of the night here in Ellsworth. The Southeast of Saline coming in once again on the road, trying to get another victory here and keep this winning streak going for Southeast of Saline and Shauna Smith. They have won now 7 games in a row. Also, Ellsworth in a hot streak as well. The tip is won by Southeast of Saline. Working from left to right as you view live stream video here on SalinaPost.com. Sutton Douglas to Kaya Samuelson. What a beautiful play by the Lady Trojans who get the first points of the night.
Yeah, just great catch from Douglas. Secures the basketball. Nice backdoor cut from Samuelson. Just fantastic finish from the sophomore.
It's not very often we have an elevated courtside seat, but that's what we got tonight, my friend. We were right in the middle of the crowd. This is great. Here's a deflection and a steal. It's a takeaway. Ellsworth coughs it up. Samuelson down the right-hand side of the floor. Sweeps the crossover. Jump shot off the front of the rim. Rebound off the left hand of Moore. Samuelson picks it up. Heinrich now into the corner. She looked for Duran and it went right through the legs of Reagan Duran. Might have been deflected a couple of times on that exchange, but nonetheless, it's a turnover for Southeast.
Yeah, right idea from Heinrich. She saw Duran there, but just that bounce pass across the lane, just a little bit of a lazy pass. You can't go with that. You got to go either hard up the chest or put get it in a different angle.
Now Ellsworth will cough it up. The full court pressure from Southeast of Saline. So back-to-back turnovers for Ellsworth. Heinrich wearing purple, trimmed in black, white numerals and letters on those Southeast of Saline road jerseys. Samuelson now top of the circle. Lost her dribble. Now she gets it over to Heinrich. Right-hand side, Duran. Here's a post up, down low, and it's deflected away. In there to knock it out is Elise Haxton for Ellsworth. Here comes Southeast of Saline now retreating back on defense. Each team with 2 turnovers. Boy, the defense at this game right now is at a high level on both ends of the floor. Lob pass into Alexis Moore. She's going to turn around, go to the cup, try to score on Sutton Douglas. Abba Pearson there to clean up the miss. She comes crashing in from the right wing. Skip pass left-hand side. Samuelson fakes the 3, little head and shoulder twitch. Now she'll drive baseline. Ball kicked back out. Now worked around the perimeter in the hands of Durant, opposite side. They try to get it in Sutton Douglas. Now that's tipped out of bounds. A lot of tipped balls, a lot of active hands right now in this game.
Yeah, and this is going to be, and we talk about this all the time, we're going to have to get to the benches of both teams. And we talk about these starters. These starters do so many great things. But once you get into the bench, we see Southeast flourish once you get into the bench. You just got to continue to wear teams out.
Here's a loose ball off of a rebound. Now it's picked back up inside Sutton Douglas. She's in a triple team. She turns, tries to score, and the first foul of the game will go against Ellsworth as they go inside, and Sutton Douglas goes right at Alexis Moore.
Yeah, Douglas so strong right there. Catches the basketball. We see her strength is going to the left, to the natural left-hander. She goes to her right there, draws the foul, gets herself to the free throw line.
Moore can jump out of the gym. Southeast has to be aware of her tonight. Again, coming into this game, 16 blocks. She also averages 5.5 rebounds and 10.5 points a game. Douglas misses the first free throw, also missed the second, but we have a lane violation that will give Sutton another chance. 2-0, Southeast of Saline. Not 2 minutes into this contest yet. Left-handed free throw by Douglas. Missed that one as well, but Pearson with the rebound for the Lady Trojans. Abba Pearson active on the board so far. Here's Duran for 3. Got it to go, left-hand side. Reagan Duran from three-point land, 5-0 Trojans.
And then when we talk about offensive rebounds, and just rebounds, that's a strength for Southeast right there. There's 2 offensive rebounds that you've already seen Southeast get. That just gives you more possessions. Great job from Abba to get that ball to Reagan.
Here's a drive and a basket that is left long by Lindsley, cleaned up by Pearson. Here comes Abba with it up the right-hand side. Bounce pass to the opposite corner. Duran, where she just hit the 3. It was on the left side. Now she's on the right side. Now Pearson will occupy that space. Baseline drive. Gets to the cup. Abba Pearson left it short, trying to get her own rebound, and she does. Tips it out to Sutton Douglas. Now they'll swing it to Samuelson. Back to Heinrich. And back over to Pearson on the right side.
That was just the patience right now from Southeast. Hey, there's another foul right there on 24. It's Alexis Moore's second right there. You talk about her athleticism, everything she brings to this team, jumps out of the gym. She's tall. She can body up with Sutton, but right there, that's 2 fouls on Moore, and that's huge for Ellsworth right there.
Kelly Rodriguez will come into the game. It's yet another senior for this Bearcat squad. She's 5'11", comes off the bench, averaging 5.5 points a game and 3.5 rebounds. Charlotte Knopf comes into the game for Southeast of Saline. Here's Samuelson off the inbounds. Splashes the 3 from the corner left-hand side. One pass to inbound it, and Kaya Samuelson has 5. It's an 8-0 start for Southeast. Now Rodriguez underneath off the break. Comes across the paint, scoops and scores.
Yeah, just great passing right there. Just great pass catching, knowing where they're going from Ellsworth. Rodriguez with a good finish down low.
8-2. Southeast of Saline leading by a couple of possessions here early on. 4:55 left to go. Here's Samuelson in traffic. Has it blocked up top. No foul called. They're going to let it go, and Samuelson muscles the ball right back. They'll swing it around now to Heinrich. Over to Duran, left-hand side. Duran wants to drive, gets in the paint. She has to muscle a pass through to Pearson. Pearson now with it. Left-handed dribble. She'll dance back to the middle of the floor. Shot clock down to 4. Pearson bounce pass to Duran. She'll elevate and score off the window. Reagan Duran. Southeast of Saline used all of that shot clock, and they come away with 2.
Well, how about Pearson understanding where the shot clock was and not forcing a shot? She sees the backdoor cut. Great pass, great finish from Duran.
10-2. Southeast of Saline with an early lead. Back inside Rodriguez. She's swarmed by Heinrich. Now the ball pitched. It goes out of bounds. Southeast ball. Rodriguez lost it. Heinrich came in to help out on the double team.
And that's exactly what we talked about pregame. That's what Heinrich does right there. Ball's on the floor. She's going to go after there and get it. She rips it away. Ball goes off of Ellsworth. Huge possession for Southeast.
30-second timeout. 10-2 is our score. 4:12 left to go here in the first quarter. We'll step away. Take a quick 30. It's Lady Trojan basketball here on KINA.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
10-2 our score, 4:11 left to go here. We're still in the first quarter. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith, courtside here at Ellsworth High School. Southeast with a really good start, and that's been their MO here over the last few games. Really through the Sterling tournament, they got off to good starts in all of those games. Never really seemed like they had to play from behind. Here's Pearson with a three. That's no good. Long rebound to the corner. Couple of different players giving chase. Taryn Getz had it but fell out of bounds, and it will go to Ellsworth. Nice hustle there by Taryn, who has checked into the game. It's Getz, Samuelson, Pearson, Knopf, and Duran right now for SES.
And Devin, we're seeing the great start just because the defense is so structured. I mean, they're making shots so difficult for Ellsworth. We haven't seen Peshka get up a shot yet. Anytime you're keeping Peshka in check, you're gonna have a more successful evening than she was getting shots off.
Little zone defense here by Southeast of Saline out of the timeout. Now it looks like they fall back into a man-to-man. They were zone-ish there for a little while while they were getting their matchups. 10-2. Here's a drive and a stop on the left-hand side. Now they hand it off to Rodriguez. She traveled with it early. Good call by the baseline official. It happened so fast, and it was so close proximity. It was a tough play for Rodriguez, but she got called with a travel.
Well, it was the on-the-ball defense from Pearson, and the backside Duran. Again, the ugly things that you won't see on a stat sheet. Duran had good position right there, created that travel on Rodriguez.
10-2 our score. Southeast of Saline leading. They get the basketball back. Getz with it up top. Now looking for a couple backdoor cuts. Here's Knopf up top. Now she'll play it right wing to Pearson. Pearson leaning into the defender. Near fell down, but her shoe stick there, and she's able to play on. Now in trouble. Needs somebody to help. Duran on the inside. Abba had to get rid of that basketball and threw a careless pass out of bounds. It's the third turnover for Southeast of Saline, and quickly back into the game comes Heinrich and Douglas for SES.
Yeah, good idea from Pearson. Just really good defense from Ellsworth. Made that angle pretty tough. She had to go over instead of stepping around. Just good defense from Ellsworth. You'll chalk that up. It's a turnover from strong defense from the Bearcats.
Each team now with 3 turnovers in this game. In the backcourt with the basketball, Reagan Hansen has come into the game. She's going to go backside to a streaking Josie Kuser, who scores her first basket of the night.
Yeah, and right there, just nice little press break and a great catch from Kuser. Goes up strong. Sutton just couldn't get back fast enough in that press break.
Hansen for Ellsworth, another one of those seniors. They got a bunch of them, Tyler. And now a foul inside that will send Southeast of Saline to the free throw line. The foul this time will go against Kuser. It's her first. And Sutton Douglas will go to the free throw line. Southeast attacking inside right now. They already have Alexis Moore on the bench with 2 fouls here early on. And I apologize that when they came to the table, nope, they're going to fix it. I was right.
Which?
For the first time,
you normally
probably a couple weeks.
Give yourself some credit.
Free throw was missed by Douglas. She's waiting on her second attempt. So far, Sutton is the only one to shoot free throws thus far for Southeast of Saline or Ellsworth. Fourth attempt in the hole.
That's big for Sutton, right? I mean, she's got a sweet stroke. It's nice to see the ball go through. Should be 12-4 up on the scoreboard. It's 11-4 right now. We'll hope that the officials get that sorted sooner rather than later.
2:23 left to go. Of course, never a shortage of help for people at the scorer's table from the crowd. Here's a rebound now. Heinrich had it, and then she was knocked to the deck. And Reese is going to get a foul here out of Ellsworth. And this will go back the other way now with Southeast of Saline as Reagan Hansen committed the foul. And now Ellsworth at the limit with 2:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Yeah. Southeast yet to commit a foul.
Yeah, just Heinrich's athleticism right there just explodes up in the middle of the lane. You're not expecting her to be able to get a hand on that board, on that rebound with so many other players there. She grabs it, gets fouled. Just a great job from Reese.
11-4 is our score. Samuelson now up top. Now they go to Douglas. Douglas looking left-hand side, nobody there. Getz came to set a screen, but then Douglas already killed her dribble. Here's Taryn now, getting inside. She'll drive right into a Bearcat. Ball goes up, it's deflected. Reagan Duran chases it down, though. Now to Heinrich. Heinrich has it tipped away. There's a Bearcat loose down the floor, and now a foul called. Maybe not a bad foul, though, for Southeast of Saline because they potentially stopped the layup at the other end.
Yeah, a lot of contact to create that loose ball situation. You see Peshka sprinting the other way. Not a bad foul call at all. It goes on Heinrich, just a loose ball situation where she gets nicked with the foul.
1:43 left to play. Here's Ellsworth with the basketball. Southeast of Saline leading here in this one. Southeast playing man-to-man defense. Here's the drive. Now it's taken away. Heinrich picked her pocket. Reese down the floor. One-on-one to the cup. Has it blocked. It goes against the wall. Big celebration by Ellsworth, but it's going to stay right with Southeast of Saline.
Oh, Carrie Place did a great job right there after the turnover. She follows Heinrich, makes a nice clean block on Reese. That's one of those you're going to see Reese just use her speed as she did right there. Come to a jump stop and draw that contact before she goes up. Nevertheless, great defensive play from Reese. Let's see what Southeast can do offensively.
Quick inbounds here. Works around through Samuelson. Now back to Heinrich. They cover her up. Now inside to Reagan Durant. Durant plays it out to Getz, opposite side of the floor. Taryn gets into the paint, has it stripped away. 4-4 turnover count right now. Pearson quickly back up. She's sitting at the table waiting on the next whistle. 1:04 left to go. Opening quarter.
And Duran wants this matchup. It's her on Peshka. This is the matchup that Southeast wants. She wants. You see Douglas called right there, with the hands on place. I mean, you just can't put the hands on, especially as a big. When you're strong as Sutton, you put two hands, on the ball hand, you're going to get called for the foul.
.55 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. (12-4). Southeast leading by 8. That's been their biggest lead of the quarter. Here's a step back three. Might have got deflected by Heinrich. It's going to land in the lap of Samuelson. Samuelson with it. Bounce pass inside, looking for Knopf. Charlotte now on the kickoff. It's going to go to Samuelson again for three. Count it. Kaya Samuelson started the chaos, and she finished it with a three-pointer on the left-hand side.
Yeah, and give credit to Charlotte Knopf for somehow handling that half-court bounce pass, getting out to Reese. Reese kicks it back to Samuelson. Just a great job.
Heinrich fell down as she stopped the baseline dribble. Then it was a pullback shot by Josie Kuser for two. 15-6 our score. Southeast with the last say here. Shot clock is off. 10 seconds on the game clock. Duran, right-hand side. Now she's looking back to Pearson. Shot clock down to 4. Game clock down to 4. Here's Samuelson. She'll step back from 3. Have a shot block, and that'll be the end of the quarter. A good opening quarter by SES. They will lead at 15-6 as we go to the second quarter. Radio broadcast on KINA and live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Brought to you tonight by Commercial Tire Centers.
Lily Pad Septic, this is Callie. How can I help you flush today?
My toilet sounds like a baby gurgling. Nothing's draining, and it's 5 degrees outside.
Sir, I just had a baby, so I know that sound. But I bet your septic line's frozen. Cole, we got a gurgler.
On it, Callie.
Flush the freakishly fast.
I'll be there in a splash. Sir, your pipes are tighter than a diaper ready to explode.
So there's no toddler in my toilet?
Nope, just ice blocking the line. No flow, no go.
Can I just pour hot water down the toilet?
Only if you want warm sewage. We need to thaw the line and pump your tank. I gotta get back and tell Callie.
Flush! What's the baby's name?
Weston Cole.
At Lily Pad Septic, we guarantee to inspect your septic system within 24 hours.
Or your next pump out is free.
If you need a flush in a rush, call Lily Pad Septic.
Lily Pad Septic.com.
We'll be there in a splash.
I need a kiss.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Back to start second quarter action. Southeast of Saline basketball brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers here on KINA. Also live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Issues should be repaired and watchable now. Tyler Smith, Devin Haney here, and Ellsworth starts out with the basketball. Really good first quarter defensively, Tyler, and that continues here in the second.
It does right there. It's the on-the-ball defense from Samuelson that makes it a tough pass. Then Heinrich just running back and forth. You have to go over Heinrich, over the defense. All of a sudden that pass is airmail. Just good defense from everybody from Southeast.
SES with a 9-point lead. High post now to Pearson. Pearson being smothered. She's going to dribble out of trouble and come out beyond the three-point line. Backdoor cut Heinrich. Heinrich gets into the defense once again down low, and that ball will be swatted out of bounds off the hand of an Ellsworth Bearcat last. I love the way Reese is going at this taller Ellsworth team. There's nothing right now that she's doing wrong, and it's not hurting Southeast. Eventually, she's going to get a couple fouls called.
No, not at all. And Josie Kuser right there from Ellsworth just did a great job, just bodied up. She's in a good defensive position, made it difficult for Reese to get anything done from the block.
Here's a ball now. It goes to the left-hand side. Might have got deflected out of bounds. The official, though, is going to give it to Ellsworth. And I don't think either one of his partners are going to help him out. Shauna Smith's asking for him to work as a team, and they're going to give it to Ellsworth here.
That's one of those, it's either a foul or it's Southeast basketball. Like, I don't understand how you just see the misdirection of the basketball go that way. It's very unfortunate for Heinrich and Southeast.
Well, I always go with the player's reaction, right? The knee-jerk reaction that you don't have time to think about. Pearson made no chance at all to try to get that ball from going out of bounds. She knew it was off of Ellsworth. Here's Ellsworth now down low. Came up empty. Now they play it back out top to Peshka. She'll hang and shoot. Boy, that's a tough shot to stop. Pearson all over her defensively, but Peshka gets her first 2 of the night.
Yeah, good defense from Pearson. Just Peshka just elevated and just finished.
Here's Samuelson for 3. That one in and out, no good. Duran down low is fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line. I'm not sure Reagan Duran had any business going back up with that ball, but she did, and she was fouled, and she will earn a trip to the stripe.
Devin, there's just so many hands on everything. It's hands on arms, hands on basketballs. This is a game the officials have shown you've got to just be strong with the basketball because you're going to get it ripped away. It's going to be a lot of hands on your arms. You've got to be strong tonight.
Josie Kuser with the foul. She now has 2 fouls, and that'll summon Kelly Rodriguez back into the game. So Kuser and Moore, both starters for Ellsworth with 2 early fouls here. Duran missed both of the free throws. Douglas had the rebound, but then lost it, and it goes out of bounds. 6 turnovers for Southeast of Saline, 5 for Ellsworth. 15-8, the Southeast of Saline score. 6:36 left to go here in the second quarter. Heinrich up top. She plays defense on Haxton. Now they unload it. It's Peshka. Peshka trying to go to work on Samuelson. Kaya there in an arm's length away, up for the challenge. Now Haxton gets into the lane. Now they go to Rodriguez. Underneath, she tried to pass it back to the top. It was deflected, but Ellsworth keeps it. Shot clock down to 8. Here's a drive by Rodriguez again underneath. She airmails it out to the corner. Peshka for 3. Off the rim, no good. Inside, the putback is no good for Ellsworth. Now ball on the floor, picked up, and it's going to be taken by Durant. She'll pitch it up the floor. Samuelson, Kaya, all the way to the cup. Took the contact and got the basket to go. No foul called, but Kaya comes away with 2.
Oh, the defense is just so nasty. It created that. You just saw such a fight for the rebound. Samuelson flies out. She's the outlet. Good look from Duran. Better finish from Samuelson.
Yeah, Duran made a split-second decision. That was the right one, pitching it up the floor to Samuelson, who was already on the run. High post now, entry that goes up, and a shot made by Reagan Hansen. Hansen and Rodriguez combining for 4 bench points here for Ellsworth.
Yeah, it's a good shot from Hansen. I mean, there's so much chaos going on. She found herself wide open and drills the 15-footer.
Duran had her arm grabbed, maybe, lost the basketball down on the floor. Here comes Ellsworth back the other way. Haxton pulls up from 15. That's no good. Pearson on the block out will have the rebound. Now she will turn back the other way. This game is not for the weak, Tyler.
No, not at all. I mean, it's going back and forth, 100 miles per hour.
Samuelson for 3. Good! 5 points in the quarter, 13, a baker's dozen for Kaya Samuelson.
And we can state the obvious right now. It's all in the bun. I mean, since she's been wearing that bun with her hairdo, I mean, she has just exploded. I mean, she's averaging 16 a game with the bun. That's unofficial. She just does a great job.
I'll figure that out over the weekend, by the way. Here's Rodriguez. She sweeps across the lane. Left-handed shot won't go down. Southeast running back the other way. Samuelson down low, took the contact, and she'll go to the free throw line. Samuelson with a little bit of a hesitation that time, probably to calibrate herself, but also to wait on the defender and see where Hansen was going to settle in. Now 2 fouls on Reagan Hansen.
And let's go to the other side defensively. It's Heinrich's defense on Rodriguez, a much bigger player. Reese's angles. She just took a good angle. She's a shortstop. She's great at volleyball as well. She understands the angles of sports and athletics. She did it right there. She created a better angle to keep her body in position defensively, forces the miss, and it's a sprint out to Samuelson yet again.
Lexus Moore back into the game. She has 2 fouls, remember. She went to the bench early on in the first quarter. Samuelson missed both free throws. Pearson in there to try to clean it up. She can't. Now a put back by Veda Durfee and another foul called. This might be 3 on Moore. Let's see what the official calls, and it is Alexis Moore. We'll have to go back to the bench with 3 fouls. Freshman Veda Durfee went in there and got the rebound.
And Devin, extremely frustrating with the free throw percentage right now from Southeast. I mean, you're hitting these things. All of a sudden, things are a lot different as you see another free throw missed by Durfee. However, you keep fighting and getting offensive rebounds. You're getting fouls committed on Ellsworth, but you've got to take advantage of the charity stripe. You can't be a contender at any level. You can't be a state contender if you can't hit free throws.
Veda Durfee missed the first free throw. Second one on the way. She got that one to go. The freshman in the scoring column now with 1. 21-10. It's an 11-point Southeast of Saline lead. We approach the halfway mark of the second quarter. 4:20 left to go. Here's a three-pointer from the outside. Ellsworth, that comes up empty. Look at Durfee climbing the ladder and getting the rebound off the miss from Kinley Place. Samuelson on the left-hand side. Inside to Getz. She'll put it up off the window just a little bit too strong. That was about a 9.2. She needed a 9.1 to score that one. 4 minutes left to go. Here's open three from Haxton. Splashes home. Elise Haxton, her first points of the night.
Yeah, and Elise just stepped right into that. That's a big bucket for Haxton. You don't want to get her going. You got to make sure her and Pesca don't get rolling because they can roll in a bunch.
Cuts the Southeast of Saline lead down to 8. Here's a pass up top. Samuelson will chase it down from Getz. Samuelson now with a spin move. Outside. Heinrich for three. Put her in the book as well. Reese Heinrich open off the kick from Samuelson.
And if the ball's moving side to side, again, you get lateral ball movement. You're going to see the defense have to chase. You're getting wide open shots. It doesn't matter what angles you have. Reese she had a split second. Give her a split second. She's going to bury it.
24-13 our score. Here's a drive and a blocking foul on Pearson. Pearson's face telling the story as she is in disbelief. Thought she was in the right area that time to get the charge off of Carey Place, but the blocking foul called, and Place will go to the free throw line.
Devin, I'll tell you right now, remember the name Carey Place. I mean, we've seen her, just in this first half alone. This is a freshman that is absolutely explosive. She hits the first free throw. We've seen her make big-time defensive blocks, has a little swagger to her. That play right there, that's a big-time move. Steps up to the free throw line and just buries it. Remember the name Carey Place.
Carey is a freshman. Kinley Place is a sophomore. So get used to those names. Rebound off the second one. Veda Durfee has it. She'll kick a long outlet. Opposite side of the floor to Pearson. Abba gauging the defense. Dancing over there. Free throw line extended in front of the Ellsworth crowd. Now they'll swing it to Samuelson. Kaya tests the water. She gets into the keyhole now. Gives it up. Gets it back in the corner. Nope. Durfee going the other way to Heinrich. Reese now in the middle of the court. To Durant. Left-hand side. Reagan wants to drive. Now she'll turn around on the kick. Shot clock down to 8. Here's Samuelson inside, sweeping across and scoring with the left hand. Kaya Samuelson on the feed from Abba Pearson with the assist.
Yeah, it's the assist, right? If that pass takes her anywhere else, she can't get that ball up. It's a perfect pass from Pearson that Samuelson just catches it in stride, nice and easy. She made it look really easy, but it wasn't easy.
Here's switching defense up top between Durant and Samuelson, trying to keep Peshka at bay. Here's a shot put up. It goes in and out, no good. Pearson, another rebound. She's having a monster rebounding half for Southeast. Southeast leading by 12. Samuelson wants to three. Kaya drains it again. Kaya Samuelson taking no prisoners in this first half.
Samuelson, the bucket looks like an absolute swimming pool to her. Everything she's throwing in is falling. Just keep feeding Samuelson right now.
15-point lead. The lead is more the points than Ellsworth has scored. It's 29-14. Rodriguez inside.
Pearson
no
another
good.
board.
Man, I'm telling you, she is all over the place on the rebounds right now. And it's going to be Southeast of Saline ball. Veda Durfee comes out. How about the minutes there for the freshman?
Yeah, big minutes. We saw big boards. We saw her get an offensive board, go to the free throw line, but just anytime you can give any of these bigs a spell, as we see Kaya getting a spell as well. Just a flurry that she's put on in this first half.
The Ellsworth team right now, they have to be a little bit shell-shocked right now too, Tyler. The way the Southeast has come in and just pushed them to the limit of everything. Pearson wanting to go back door. It's stolen away by Ellsworth, but now pitching it into the backcourt. That was the right move that time by the Bearcats, but Taryn Getz goes and runs it back down. Now the ball tipped out there. Getz, though, will get it back up. Now go to Pearson, right-hand side. Pearson wants to drive baseline. She'll play it out Douglas. Douglas in three-point land. She is 100% on the season. She denies it that time, though. Goes back out. Pearson, she'll try the three. Angling to the left, but falling home. That ball had some curvature to it as we viewed it right behind Abba Pearson.
And is that Pearson's first bucket of the night? I got her first bucket. She's done everything tonight. First bucket, drills the three. Huge for Southeast.
That's her first points along with 1,200 rebounds so far. A loose ball underneath. Durant rips it away. They're going to have a quick whistle. The arrow's still going to get the Southeast.
Oh, they went jump ball there?
Yeah.
Oh, mercy.
Yep. Reagan ripped it out of the Ellsworth hands that time. Yeah, but a quick whistle is going to go to the Arrows here with 1:05 left to go in the second quarter and still give it to Southeast.
And, Devin, I missed that. I was getting ready to write the foul on Peshka. As I look up, they go alternating possession. Just great muscle play from Duran.
58 seconds left to go, 32-14. Big lead for Southeast. Now ball on the floor. Samuelson goes back corner with it, and that ball was tipped.
this is a really tough call. I mean, I don't know how that ball got to backcourt without it being deflected. They're going to say it wasn't deflected. It's tough call. You gotta work through it.
So now Ellsworth will get it back after the 7th turnover for Southeast of Saline. 45 seconds left to go. Ellsworth dumping in down low. Reagan Hansen. Now she goes back out. And a drive and a foul called on Southeast. Carrie Place took a big step that time, got into the paint. They're going to call a foul on Sutton Douglas. It is her second. That is only the 4th foul that Southeast has committed in this first half. Just 4.
Yeah, and it's tough. This is chippy. This is a great environment. You just got to work with the officials, and I think both teams are trying to do that. We're seeing the foul count down, especially from Ellsworth this quarter than it was in the first quarter, just learning how the officials are calling the game. 37
seconds left to go. About a 4-second differential between shot and game clock. Here's Peshka open from 3. Overshoots it, no good. Loose ball. Samuelson runs it down the corner. Up the right-hand sideline to Pearson. She promptly goes back to the middle. Now to Heinrich. Touch pass down low to Durfee. Durfee being swarmed down low. She gets knocked down. Now back out to Pearson, who wants one shot. Pearson hearing her coach in her head from the last 4 years saying play for one last shot. And now a foul called on Ellsworth.
Devin, you're right. This is a big girl game right now. I mean, this is just, they're going at each other. This is really tough. You're seeing both teams, there's a reason why there's a lot of, loose ball, maybe fouls, maybe not fouls. There's not a single play that anybody's taking anything off.
Ellsworth at their limit. 11 seconds left to go. Heinrich has it. Goes behind her back. She lost it. Now goes to Pearson. She picked it up off the deck. She'll pull up from the left-hand elbow. Knocked to the ground. Clock will expire. Ellsworth will throw it up, but it doesn't matter. That's the end of the first half. What a great half of basketball from the Southeast of Saline Lady Trojans. They lead it 32-14 here at the break. When we come back on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report, we'll have a visit with Francis Flax. We'll also give you stats from the first half and check the area scoreboard. It's all coming up. Lady Trojans lead it here at the break, 32-14 on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans. And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Gwinnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Gwinnell.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn! Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the jam for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Welcome back to Ellsworth. It's halftime of the girls contest. 32-14 is our score. Southeast of Saline leads it by 18 here at the break. So far, Kaya Samuelson putting on a show on both ends of the floor. Kaya right now with a new season high in scoring at halftime of 18 points. Francis Flax joins us now as we look ahead to our second game tonight of our Trojan doubleheader as the Southeast guys will take on the Bearcats here in Ellsworth. And, Coach, before we preview the game here tonight, let's look back at the game in Belleville against Republic County on Tuesday. You take the loss there 52-38. It just seemed like offensively, from my vantage point and just watching the guys play, there was really never any kind of rhythm or any kind of fluid motion established offensively. Tiernan Potacek, boy, I felt bad for him. Sometimes I was like, man, is he going to get some help somewhere here? But Republic County made it awfully tough on you in that game. What are your thoughts on the game from Tuesday?
Well, first of all, early in the game, we missed several shots that I would hope we normally would make. I remember one specific that I think took the air out of us. It was maybe a 8-4 game, something like that, and Isaiah Kerr had a wide open three, and it looked good. I mean, it was in the bucket and popped out, and it seemed like it deflated us right there, and I don't know why, but it did. Republic County's much improved. You got to give them credit for that. But no, you're right. We never got in a rhythm. We just didn't play very well.
Ton of free throws in this game. You did shoot free throws well, 12 of 16, but just not much going on offensively other than that. You look at the turnover battle, you think, okay, this probably was a close game down the stretch, but Republic County ends up getting the win by double digits. You come back now and you get to play an Ellsworth team here, and we talked about that starting the week at Belleville. 2 winnable games for you against Republic County and Ellsworth. Ellsworth on a little bit of a similar path record-wise as you guys here. What do you see when you look at the Bearcats on film? And this is the first of 2 meetings now against Ellsworth. We're going to see them pretty close together here as we get into February next week.
Well, they're a well-rounded team. They have 2 outstanding players, Goss and McGowan. Those 2 guys are terrific, and we're going to have to figure out how to guard Goss. That's the number one thing. McGowan's going to do his thing, but we'll hold him in check. He might get double figures, but we'll hold him in check. But I don't know if we can guard Goss or not. And then they've got this freshman that comes off the bench, Barta, that if you give him any room, he's going to put the ball in the hole. He had 5 threes in the game against Republic County just a little while back. Yeah. So they're a tough team, really. I don't know, evidently they have the same problem we have sometimes, stopping other teams.
They will, if I remember right, and traditionally with this team, they do like to attack and get in the paint and then play the kickouts, and they like to rise up. McGowan's tough when he gets in the paint as far as he can get off the floor and be quick. How do you stop that? How do you make sure you stay in front of him and make him make difficult decisions? We're
going to try, if he's got the ball at the top of the key, which he does numerous times in the game, we're going to stay off him. Let him shoot it from there. Okay. If he's going to beat us from there, because he's more athletic than anybody we have in the around the paint. We've got a decent game plan. I think it's just a matter of fact if we can get a couple breaks here or there earlier in the game, not wait till the second half and when we're fighting from behind.
As I look out on the floor for the first time this year, I see Gannon Jacobson shooting around with the team and warming up. What's his status?
Well, he was cleared, of course, a few hours after we lost at Republic County. But he's going to play. We'll play him until he's not going to start. I'll put it like that. Yeah. But we're going to play him, and we're going to play him a lot. He knows we've got a good understanding. When he's ready to come out, he'll let us know. We are down 1 tonight, though. Tristan Schwank is under the weather. He's home ill, so that's not helping us any in the post area.
So personnel going to look a little different there without Tristan, with a little bit of Gannon here tonight. What do you want to see most from your guys as they compete here against the Bearcats?
I just want to see them, and truthfully, the demeanor's been really good, and it really perked up Wednesday in practice.
Sure, yeah.
He's going to take some of the pressure off of the other guys, just his presence on the court. He's not going to be as dynamic as he was. And if people are thinking, well, he's going to get 19 tonight, I hope he does, but I'm not counting on it. We just got to play hard and limit their second chance points.
Okay, looking forward to it. We'll talk to you after the game. Francis Flax, he's the head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight taking on the Bearcats here in Ellsworth. That'll be the second game of our doubleheader coming up. Here at halftime, 32-14, the Southeast of Saline ladies with the lead. When we come back, we'll go over numbers from the first half, get you all ready for third quarter action. It is halftime. It's brought to you by Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories at the 2-minute timeout right here on KINA.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojans sports program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Southeast leading 32-14, halftime of the girls' game. As we get ready for third quarter action, let's go over scoring, brought to you by the Bank of Teskid. Kaya Samuelson leading the way right now. She's the only player in this game in double digits. She has 18 points. That is a new season high for her. She just had 17 against Republic County on Tuesday. She scored 17 against Hutch Trinity last week at the Sterling Tournament. Along with her, 5 points for Reagan Duran, 3 points for Reese Heinrich, 3 points for Abba Pearson, also 2 points for Sutton Douglas, and a point from the free throw line for Veda Durfee. Ellsworth right now, 4 points out of Josie Kuser, 3 points from Elise Haxton, 2 points all from Lainey Peshka, also Kelly Rodriguez and Reagan Hansen, 1 point for Carey Place. Southeast of Saline, 3 of 8 from the free throw line. Ellsworth 1 out of 2. Southeast with 7 turnovers, Ellsworth with 6. Let's reset our new image audio keys to success here in the second half, Tyler, and maybe you don't have to. Just stick with the same stuff.
Without a doubt, continue to win ugly points. I mean, this is an Ellsworth team that can explode if you allow them, but you win the boards, you win the rebounding game. Right now you're going to eliminate opportunities for them. That's what you got to continue to do if you're Southeast.
32-14 our score. Ellsworth has it over on the left-hand side. It is Lindsley driving now. She gives it up. Up top, it's Haxton with it. Southeast doing a really, really good job on Lainey Peshka in that first half. She has 2 points.
And even you're seeing Ellsworth try to get into an offense right now. We haven't seen them run any offense. I mean, you talk about time of possession. It's just been all Southeast all night.
There's an entry pass to Moore. She's going to turn. Heinrich got caught with her hands down trying to get a piece of that ball, maybe tie her up going up. And the foul will go against Reese Heinrich. It's her second, and Alexis Moore will go to the free throw line. Moore did not log a lot of minutes in that first half, maybe 4, I'm guessing, just because of foul trouble. She'll go to the free throw line here and try to score her first points of the night. First free throw is up and good.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, just Alexis Moore not being in there, just to kind of open up the lane. You know, you saw Samuelson get a lot of buckets inside the lane, driving and slashing. A lot of times Moore will be there to be the rim protector, but with her out of the game, it just kind of made it easy for Samuelson. 2 free throws up and good for Alexis Moore. 32-16 now our score. Southeast of Saline. Here's the drive. Samuelson shut off. Now she's in a trap. Try to play it inside to Heinrich down on the block, and it's going to be taken away by Peshka. Here comes Ellsworth back the other way. Looking inside at Moore. Haxton decides to not go there. Now back up top to Peshka. Peshka, ball above her head. Skip pass, left-hand side now to Haxton. Haxton will dump it off in the corner to Lindsley. Lindsley drives back around the perimeter, guarded by Durant. Shot clock down to 10. Haxton has it. There's a moving screen that puts Samuelson on the deck, and it will be a foul against Josie Kuser, her third. And that's an easy call for the officials. We talk about when you're setting a screen, you got to have your legs inside of your frame, inside of your shoulders. Right there, we just saw knees out wide. Samuelson gets clipped. It's an easy call for an official any day.
First turnover on Ellsworth here in this second half. Southeast of Saline will get it back right now. They have Ellsworth doubled up, 32-16. 6:44 left to go. Here's Heinrich, she's got a forearm in her right hip all the way to the baseline. Southeast whips it around, though. Samuelson for three. That thing hit the rim, hit the backboard, and then came back off the rim and into the cup.
And, Devin, I understand at some point your defense rotates the way that you're taught to rotate, but you cannot leave Samuelson that wide open. 21 points for the sophomore Kaya Samuelson.
Kaya has 21 of Southeast of Saline's 35 points. Here's Moore in the lane, turning, shooting, too strong, no good. Pearson, who was guarding her, gets the rebound. Pearson, all kinds of rebounds. Here's a long half-court bounce pass up the floor to Durant. It ends up with Heinrich. Had her shot blocked, but got it right back. Samuelson now comes to the middle of the floor to Durant. Reagan wanted to go right, but it's shut off. Now she'll dump it on high post to Sutton Douglas. Douglas now wants to drive. She'll play it back out to Samuelson. Samuelson gets the screen from Douglas. Pull-up jumper from 16, no good. Ball tapped out by Reagan Durant. It stays with Southeast. Now to Pearson. Pearson flings the right wing to Durant. 5:44 left to go here in the third quarter. Low post entry, Douglas. She backs down more. Shot blocked. Douglas gets it back. She tried to go back at it again, and the ball stripped away and taken away by Ellsworth. Here come the Bearcats the other way. Boy, they nearly lost it, but get it right back. Shot up, no good. Ball on the floor. Pearson again, another rebound.
It's just hustle play after hustle play. You're just seeing Southeast just out-hustle Ellsworth right now.
There's times you see players play, and you're like, man, they are just living on desire and want to. And that's been Abba Pearson in this game. She's been fantastic. Here's Pearson now driving to the basket on the left-hand side. She gets blocked up high as she goes to the bucket. Just not a lot of fouls being called in this game. Now a screen that about lays Pearson out. That screen, courtesy of Joe Lindsley. This is a physical game.
Yeah, not a lot of whistles so far in the second half. A lot of contact, not a lot of whistles. If that's how they're going to play it, that's how they're going to play it. You got to adjust to the officials.
There's a pass inside Moore. She's being double-teamed. Pearson came in to dip down, and that's going to give these players a chance to breathe here as a foul called on Abba Pearson coming over for the double team. And for Pearson, that is her second.
Yeah, and immediately Coach Smith says to Pearson, why? And Pearson's pointing at herself. She's like, she understands. She got the hand caught in the cookie jar, if you will. She understands that she committed that foul. She shouldn't have done that. Her body was in the right spot. Just keep the hands up and make it difficult for Ellsworth.
Charlotte Knopf will come in. Sutton Douglas checks out. Knopf will be on Moore. There's a interception. Durant. She goes to Heinrich. Heinrich all the way to the cup. Layup good. What great vision by Reagan Durant to find Reese Heinrich, who completes the play. 5 points for Heinrich and a timeout called by Ellsworth. 4:38 left to go here in the third quarter. The Bearcats want a timeout to talk about it. And we will see if it is a full or a 30 is a full timeout. We'll step away. More Lady Trojan basketball coming up here on KINA.
When your feet start slipping on that snow or ice, it's not so nice. So if you don't want to fall, take my advice. Call Sage Products in Salina. With Snowplow Ice Melt, that sheet of ice and snow that's causing all those troubles disappears so fast. Now you never have to worry about busting your booty. Snowplow Ice Melt from Sage is the best you can get, and it is 100% non-toxic to children, pets, and vegetation. Call Sage Products or visit us at sageselects.com.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Lady Trojans of Southeast of Saline currently holding a 21-point lead, 37-16. Welcome back to Ellsworth. Devin Haney, Tyler Smith. Inside, Alexis Moore. She's going to turn around. Charlotte Knopf turns her away. What a big play. Senior on senior. Charlotte Knopf wins, and Southeast of Saline has it.
Devin, this defense has just been disgusting all night for Southeast. Like, you can't make anything, can't do anything more. Good defensive play from Ellsworth right there.
Now a foul. 3 players collide coming out of the pack with the basketball after she tipped it out with Josie Kuzer, and then she ended up in a Reagan Durant, Abba Pearson purple sandwich, and a foul will be called here on,
I believe, Duran.
Duran? Okay.
No, it looks like they went with 33.
Well, they still haven't cleared the scoreboard from the last foul.
There
There is Duran. So that's good, because for Reagan, that's her first. If it would have been on Abba, it would have been her third. So right now, nobody has more than 2 fouls for Southeast of Saline, and that is Heinrich, Douglas, and Pearson. Entry pass to Moore. She wants to go at Knopf again. No, she doesn't. Kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Reagan Duran back blocking out on the backside. Gets the foul on Haxton.
It's just been textbook from the defensive side, from the rebounding side. I mean, right there. I mean, Duran just had perfect position. She doesn't jump for the rebound. She just had great position. Just puts the hands up. You have to go through her to get to the ball. Just a great job from Reagan Duran.
37-16. Pearson now will bring it up the floor. She's guarded by Haxton. Those two dance across the Bearcat head logo here at center court. 37-16. 3:38 left to go here in the third quarter. Heinrich plays it to the right-hand side. Now a quick pass to Duran over on the right wing. Here's Knopf, top of the circle. Boy, Southeast just crisp ball movement. They are a step ahead of Ellsworth here in this game. Here's Duran, 12-footer, up and in. That was off a drive from Abba Pearson that took the defense to the baseline. And Reagan now has 7.
And then all of a sudden Duran finds herself 7 feet away from the bucket with nobody on her because the defense is trying to help. They're trying to get backside. Nice shot. Oh, ball taken away from Reese Heinrich.
Heinrich got her hands in it once again and just tore it away. She has 3 steals in this game. Samuelson now on the left wing. She'll play it around, ends up with Pearson, right-hand side on the opposite side of the floor. Inside 3 minutes left to go here in the third. Inside Pearson, a little hezzy move. Puts the shot up, no good. Charlotte Knopf on the backside with the rebound. She has 2 free throws coming up. Knopf with the rebound, trying to put it back in.
And number 4 and Alexis Moore right there. And that's just such a difficult matchup for Moore going both ways. I mean, you have to deal with Sutton Douglas just with her strength and her body going into the entire time. Now it's the length of Knopf that's giving her just heck right now. Knopf did a great job grabbing that offensive rebound, gets herself to the free throw line.
Free throw up and good for Charlotte Knopf. As good as the guard play is for this Ellsworth team, they are a different team with Moore on the floor on the inside.
100%. We talked about what she does defensively, just being a rim protector, but then she can also extend you on the offensive side. Just makes things so difficult with Moore off the court. It's really tough.
Charlotte Knopf, both free throws, up and in. Southeast of Saline, 100% from the line here in the second half.
There you go. You'll take all the wins you can.
41. It's a 16. It's a 25-point advantage as Southeast going through one of those phases right now. And it's a habit. They have given up no field goals in the third quarter. And now a 3-second violation inside against the Bearcats.
And this is one of those teams, when you build a team on defense, everybody's hungry at all times on the court. Nobody's caring who's getting buckets. They want to play defense. You're just seeing this defense just absolutely put the clamps down on a great Ellsworth team.
Heinrich with it. She speeds up across the line across the line here at half court. Carey Place with her defensively. Now Taryn Getz, who has just checked into the game, has the ball. Taryn sweeps it from left to right. Now she goes back the other way, plays it to Heinrich. Samuelson wants the ball. She has a little give and go. Knopf, though, can't get her open as Samuelson went to the cup. Here's Pearson, step back 3 off the crossover. That's no good. Getz saves it, and now the ball on the floor, and they're going to call a foul as Heinrich came in and took the basketball away, and they're going to call a foul on Heinrich. And for Reese, that is her third.
Yeah, it's a tough one on Reese, and I think Reese is one of those players that she understands she has 3. She needs to, that's a play now. She won't stay there with her. She'll just keep with the body. It's the hands that got called for the foul, not the body. Unfortunate foul against Heinrich.
2:06 left to play. Reagan Duran will come back in, so now it's Getz, Samuelson, Duran, Knopf, and Pearson on the floor. Ellsworth has it. They'll work it off to the right wing. Carey Place has it. Now she bounces it down inside. And a layup that is no good. Boy, that was just a tough shot for Reagan Hansen in there. Kind of got the ball on the entry pass underneath the rim. Samuelson now has it on offense for Southeast. Kaya wants to drive. Stops. Puts up the jumper. In. Kaya Samuelson can't miss. That ball rattled out. Tried to come out of the cup. Hit the backboard and went in.
Her last 2 buckets have done all that. That's just the good juju right there that Kaya's got going on.
43-16. It's a 27-point advantage for Southeast, who continues to play defense here. Place with it up top. Now she'll bounce it out of bounds. It's another turnover for Ellsworth. 5-2 the turnover count here in the third quarter. Southeast of Saline's defense continues to pull the card.
And Devin, Lainey Peshka, 1,000-point scorer. Let's talk about, in the recent history of Southeast basketball, there's been some greats. Carson Schlazer's the only one in the last 10 years that's hit that 1,000-point mark. Lainey Peshka has 2 points. I mean, just everyone's been, they know where she is. Everybody's been all over her.
Samuelson with a defender all over her, continues to dribble and get away from the defender. She ends up in the lane, and then a foul finally called against Ellsworth. Lainey Peshka just picked up her second. Now each team at the limit with 4 fouls. 65 seconds left to play in the third. Samuelson on the baseline. Wide open, Abbott Pearson scores. Samuelson just watched that play develop, and Pearson was standing there just waiting on the ball.
Yeah, it just feels like Ellsworth's heads, they're just spinning right now.
Here's a three-pointer that is way off the mark. And Taryn gets with the rebound, pulling it up the right-hand sideline to Durand. Durand underneath, had Pearson and Douglas both with one Bearcat, but a ball that is deflected by one of the Ellsworth guards coming down the floor, and it will go out of bounds and stay here with Southeast of Saline, who has a chance now at another inbounds play. 45 seconds in the third. Durand up top, now to Getz. Taryn will play it back to Reagan Durand. Inside Douglas. Douglas kicks it back out Pearson. Pearson will get into the paint. Big step. Now she plays to Samuelson. Samuelson has a Bearcat all over her, and they're going to let a steal here happen. And a missed layup on the other end, and now an over-the-back foul will be called against Ellsworth on Rodriguez.
Yeah, unfortunately, it looked like the ball was just ripped away from Samuelson. Tons of contact from Peshka, no foul called. Looks like maybe Samuelson got away with a little bit of bump on that layup by Peshka, not called. Again, possession. And I believe Miley Rolfs is going to be called for her first.
And that is over the limit, so back the other way. Samuelson will toe the free throw line. 45-16. First free throw is on the way. Samuelson splashes it home. Couple dozen points for Kaya in this game. Second one is good. And Southeast of Saline leads by 31. 47-16. 22 seconds left to go. Rolfs with it. Now she plays it out. There's a long-distance shot that's put up off the mark. Samuelson blocking out. Had a shot at the rebound, but couldn't get there in time. And it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Ellsworth. 16 seconds left to play.
And you're seeing Ellsworth just settle for 23-foot shots, 24-foot shots. I mean, they just can't get the ball down low right now.
Right now, they can't get the ball inbounds. Finally, they do. Right at 4.5 seconds. They go up top to Peshka. Peshka with 12 on the clock. She'll go to the left-hand side. Hand it off now to Rolfs. Now they get it to Haxton. Haxton with 6 seconds. Tried to bounce it in. It's going to be poked and taken away by Pearson. Pearson with the head up the floor. Comes across the timeline. She'll launch it from half court at the buzzer, and it is off. But that is the end of a sensational third quarter of play by Southeast of Saline, where they outscored Ellsworth by a count of 15-2. 47-16. Fourth quarter when we come back here on KINA.
Love your wife by giving her a warm butt for Valentine's Day. New Image Audio can install heated seat warmers on any vehicle, leather or cloth. Love her even more with a remote start that works in conjunction with your heated seats. Ladies, don't forget him. New Image Audio is Salina's #1 stop for hot vehicle audio, tint, truck accessories, and everything in between. Feel the love this Valentine's Day by being toasty from head to toe with New Image Audio. Call today for a free estimate. New Image Audio at 340 South Broadway in Salina.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
To open the fourth quarter, Kaya Samuelson launches a three. It's off a tipped ball, and she scores it. Why not? Samuelson having a career night, 28 points. And her field goal percentage, Tyler, has to be like 92%.
It's unreal. And we talked about how her shots in the third quarter hit every part of the rim. That thing hit nothing but the bottom of the net.
There's more inside now. They had trouble on the exchange. She's going to turn around, put it off the window too hard. Haxton gets the rebound. Her putback is no good. Veda Durfee in there with the rebound. And a foul called against Ellsworth. Veda Durfee growing up fast in this game.
You're exactly right. How about the freshman in there with a lot of contact? We've seen her grab some big boards earlier on in the game. That's another big one right there. It's a little bit different than a JV game. This freshman, we saw her get thrown in the fire, and we saw her, she understood the assignment. She did well when she came in earlier on in the season. With Pearson coming back healthy, we've seen Durfee's minutes diminish a little bit, but we haven't seen the fight diminish. It's a great rebound from the freshman.
That's the thing I've seen with Veda, though, all season long, Tyler, is she is not afraid of contact.
No, not at all. I mean, super physical. It's a big, strong body for a freshman. And now we're seeing her in more, in minutes that she can be more successful in. Yeah, you see Samuelson right there. She looked like she wanted to shoot, didn't. And she just took 2 steps. She knew she traveled immediately. Good call from the officials.
Now, going back to Durfee, she's not afraid of contact, but now the next step is embracing it, right?
Without a doubt. Just understanding that contact's always going to come and that you want that. You can be physical. You want to create the contact instead of absorbing the contact. And what a great environment. What a great to have Pearson and Douglas to be able to play with and practice with day in and day out. Just 2 players that we see really embrace that contact.
50-16. Here's a 3-pointer put up by Ellsworth. That's no good. A couple of different tips, and a rebounding foul will be called underneath. This will go against Southeast of Saline. It'll go on Eliana Smith, who just checked into the game. For Smith, it is her first foul. She was in a rebounding battle over there that was getting very physical with Josie Kuser. 5:49 left to go. Running clock here in Ellsworth. 50-16. Here's a shot by Peshka for 3. No good. Durfee with a rebound. Off to Samuelson. Samuelson brings it up across the timeline. Now comes to the middle of the floor. Durfee has it. 5.5 left to go. Samuelson. She'll drive baseline. Leaves it off for Durfee. Jump shot. Too strong, no good. Rebound by Moore. Here comes Ellsworth. Back the other way. Still looking for their first field goal of the second half. Haxton, she'll pitch it out to Peshka. Peshka now looking for a screen. She got one. Now inside to Moore. And a turnaround shot that is up no good from Kuser. Here comes Abba Pearson.
But again, Kuser has position on Duran, but Duran's just so strong and makes things so difficult. We talk about angles all the time. Duran had a great angle. Just makes it extremely difficult for Kuser.
Eliana Smith tried to get the entry pass from Samuelson. Now it bounces to Kaya. She'll take it into the paint, and she is fouled.
And despite passing that ball, they're going to say 2 shots. Yeah, he's getting 2 shots to Samuelson. It looks like Southeast is getting ready to throw the ball in, but Samuelson with 2 shots.
That's 5 fouls on Kuser. She is fouled out of the game. She will go out now with 4 points. And now they're going to move Samuelson to the free throw line. And the clock continues to run.
Devin, I didn't expect this, right? You come in, 2 of the top teams in 3A. You're expecting an absolute battle. What Southeast has done tonight is just, obviously the scoring from Kaya has been, you can't predict that as she buries another free throw. But it's just been the defense. You've limited Ellsworth, this team that's explosive. We've seen them go up for big 16 points. They're stuck at 16. They can't get off that. Like you said, they're just looking for the first field goal of the second half.
You see an outstanding athlete. A lot of people like to say that guy is him. Southeast is them. They are them right now. They are playing so well. You and I have seen a lot of girls basketball. This team right now, the way that they're working together and playing as a team, and it's both ends of the floor. It's not just offense.
No, and it's at the right time, right? You always it's no secret. My favorite coach is Shauna Smith, and the way that she gets her team to start playing and peaking at the right time. This is the time you want to start peaking. You're hitting February tomorrow, and then all of a sudden it's all go, and this team is just clicking on all cylinders.
Don't get rid of January yet. We still got the 31st tomorrow, bud.
Well, I'm
you
not
probably
a good
have a full slate of youth basketball going on tomorrow. Right. Here's a drive and a shot put up. That is a crafty shot. That's going to go for Carey Place. That's the first field goal for Ellsworth here in the second half.
And then immediately the Ellsworth just didn't get back. And Taryn Getz makes a great catch, goes baseline, and big finish from Getz.
Taryn's first basket of the night. 54-18. Here's a step back. Place is going to try to go again, and she does. A 3-pointer for Carey Place, who now all of a sudden has 5 points in her last 2 trips down the floor.
Yeah, not bad defense at all. Place just a nice little dribble, gets herself room, and just finishes.
Gets all the way to the cup, got knocked down. Maybe hit her head on the floor there. She's grasping back at that ponytail. As Heinrich and Douglas come in, make sure she's okay. She's going to visit the free throw line. So we'll find out pretty quick if she's okay or not.
And again, that's a strength now of Getz. We're seeing her just drive baseline. She understands where she's going to be offensively. That's a move that we're now seeing as strength. We saw it last year as a freshman. Getz sometimes just fell in love with that 3-point play. She's now driving to the bucket. Anytime you drive baseline, it's extremely difficult for a defense to guard you. She misses the first free throw. But you find success there as Taryn has, you're going to keep yourself on the floor.
Well, and I made the comment about Taryn on Tuesday at Belleville. Her scoring has gone down over the last handful of games, but her rebounds, her assists, and her steals have all gone up.
Yeah, and again, that's the Pearson, right? All of a sudden, Pearson's back in the game. Your roles change. Everybody's understanding those roles, and I think that's the biggest thing is that second free throw goes, is roles are understood right now. Roles and responsibilities, and that's the biggest thing with a team like this.
55-21. Here's a three-pointer that is put up by Ellsworth. That's no good. Run out. Charlotte Knopf will chase down the rebound and play it to Taryn Getz. Layla Lund is also into the game, along with Veda Durfee and Eliana Smith. Here's Veda trying to get to the rim. Left a little short on the right-hand side. 55-21. Back the other way. Here comes Ellsworth. Ellsworth playing it out around the perimeter. Inside they will go. Now kick back out. Here's Rolfs for three. That's no good off the back of the rim. Smith with a rebound. Eliana claims it for Southeast. And again, I can't help but to think, Tyler, I look at the scoreboard. We talked about the 30-point mark where Southeast is holding teams under 30 points by habit. Ellsworth has 21.
And you never would have expected that tonight.
Here's Getz for three. She's okay. Taryn Getz with a three-pointer. She has 6 here in the fourth. 58-21. Here's a three-pointer by Ellsworth. That's no good. And a rebound on the floor. They're going to call a foul against Southeast, and the clock continues to run.
And again, it's Getz, but it's Getz fighting for a rebound. Didn't have position right there. Decides to go up, fight for it. Just her first tonight.
Clock down to 20. Still rolling. Ellsworth with it as they run their inbounds. Here's Place with a three off the front of the rim. That's no good. Durfee along with Smith with the rebound. It's Durfee that takes custody of it. Now Southeast will bring it across the timeline. The Southeast crowd behind us here rising up, and they are cheering for their Lady Trojans who get out of Ellsworth with a huge, huge victory. Our final score, 58-21. Southeast of Saline comes in and they wreck the Bearcats here in Ellsworth, and they keep that winning streak alive. It is now 8 in a row for Southeast of Saline. They will stop Ellsworth's winning streak at 4 games. Ellsworth will move to 10-4 on the season overall. They are now 4-3 in league play, while Southeast of Saline will move to 13-3 overall. They are 5-2 in league play. When we come back on postgame, it's brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers. We'll go over final numbers for you and have a Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game. 58-21, our final score. Lady Trojans win it here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
February is the month of love, and at Vernon Jewelers in Salina, we've been helping families mark life's milestones for generations. Right now, we have items up to 30% off with gifts starting under $100. From diamond jewelry and watches to custom designs and expert repairs, our experienced team is here to help. Follow Vernon Jewelers on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials, and look for the iconic downtown sign, serving you for 142 years, because we're not old, we're just really good at what we do.
Time now for the Trojan postgame show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Welcome back here to Ellsworth. Postgame is brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers, and it comes after a Lady Trojan victory. 58-21 is our final score. And boy, what a performance. Both ends of the floor here. Tyler, when you look at Southeast of Saline, they came in, they started this game on an 8-0 run. They never trailed, and they just kept the ball moving on offense. They kept defending on defense. It is a total team victory, and I feel like a broken record because I've said that a lot over the last 2 or 3 weeks. But, man, this Lady Trojan team, their confidence continues to build. And I think right now the way that they're playing fundamentally, tonight was almost a perfect game.
It was. I can't think of a forced shot the entire time. I mean, you saw the defense just work their tail off. All of a sudden you come down, we talked about time of possession. I mean, the ball is just moving. It's going laterally. It's going to the inside, back to the outside. The in and out game was working. Just so many things worked well. Obviously, you get a fantastic scoring performance from Kaya Samuelson. By the way, Kaya Samuelson, 30 Ellsworth 21. I mean, just on her own, just absolutely destroyed Ellsworth. But it all happens because of the defensive stuff. You make things so difficult. Ellsworth never was able to get into their offense. They couldn't get Peshka loose. They couldn't get anybody loose. I mean, your leading scorer is Carrie Place, a freshman who ended up with 5 in the fourth quarter, just in kind of some slot minutes at the end. And she's going to be a player. However, it is just this was a trademark game. You talk about these games all the time, like where do you set your pole? Where do you really set your hat on right there? And what a game from Southeast of Saline.
58-21, our final score. As you said, the leading scorer tonight, Kaya Samuelson. She had 18 in the first half, set most of the fourth quarter. Did have 5, though, in the fourth quarter. 30 points for Kaya Samuelson. It is a new career high. Her previous career high was 21 points last year as a freshman that she scored against Sacred Heart. By the way, Southeast of Saline will play Sacred Heart on Tuesday. Programming note for you. Samuelson with 30 tonight. Everybody else just kind of there in a supporting role, but still really good offensive games, even though the points weren't there. All the passing, all the assists, all the sharing the basketball was. Reagan Durant had 7. 6 tonight for Taryn Getz. 5 for Reese Heinrich. 5 also for Abbott Pearson. 2 for Sutton Douglas. 2 points also for Charlotte Knopf. And a point for Veda Durfee from the free throw line. Even though Southeast of Saline started out 3 of 8 from the free throw line, they come back in the fourth quarter and they shoot 7 out of 8. They end up 10 of 16 from the free throw line. That's big as well.
That is huge. I mean, all of a sudden, we talk about the massive flaw, the glaring weakness of this team is the free throw shooting. So when do you work on that? You can always flip a day around. You can always flip your weakness around to a strength. Second half, you did that. You continue to do that. Then you're going to be really difficult to beat. Here's what happens. Defense always travels. You know the defense is going to be there. You're not always going to get 30 from somebody. The offense might not be there, but defense is there, rebounding is there, hustle plays are there, and you start hitting free throws, then you'll get offensive production from everybody.
When we look at Ellsworth's stats in this post-game here, brought to you by the Bank of Tesket. Nobody in double digits tonight for Ellsworth. They were led by Carrie Place, as you said, off the bench. 6 points for the freshman, 4 points tonight for Josie Kuser, 3 points for Elise Haxton, and then all with 2 points, Lainey Peshka, Alexis Moore, Kelly Rodriguez, and Reagan Hansen. Southeast of Saline, as I said, 10 of 16 from the free throw line. Ellsworth was 3 out of 4 from the free throw line in this game. Southeast of Saline with 11 turnovers and Ellsworth with 13 turnovers. We have more to talk about in this one. We're doing a little bit of an extended postgame here as we have a break here in the gym. So more of me and Tyler when we come back. It's the postgame brought to you by Commercial Tire Centers after a Lady Trojan victory 58-21 here in Ellsworth on KINA.
Are you looking to upgrade your home with high-quality flooring and appliances? Look no further than Salina Appliance and Flooring. We're your one-stop shop for all your home improvement needs. We offer a wide selection of flooring and appliance options. Visit our showroom today located at 740 North 9th or our website at salinaappliance.com.
The Appliance Center, your local, trustworthy, and family-owned appliance dealer, providing sales, service, and parts for Salina and the surrounding area since 1980. The Appliance Center, just north of Ace Hardware on Broadway in the red and white building. Stop in today and experience the Appliance Center difference.
It's natural to think that insurance is complicated, but at Farmers Agency, we know a thing or two about helping to make it easier by explaining your available coverage options. And with over 25 years of experience in insurance, we can help you through the process step by step. Call Kniper Agency at 825-8419 to learn more today.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
This is Jeff with Vanderbilts in Salina. We've added Tecovas to our Western boot lineup. We have some great styles in men's, the Doc, the Dusty, and the Earl. Ladies, we have the Maggie, the Jamie, the Abby, and the Annie. Tecovas, born in Texas, made by hand. There's nothing like pulling on a perfect pair of boots. After all, good times usually follow a good pair of boots.
Work boots and Vanderbilt.
Farmers, it's time to start planning for the 2026 planting season, and Phillips Seed is here to help you pick the best genetics for your operation. From top-performing corn hybrids and high-yield soybean varieties to proven milo varieties and advanced seed treatments, we focus on products that perform where you farm, backed by local testing and proven on-farm performance. Phillips Seed helps get your crops off to a strong start. Visit phillipsseed.com and find us on Facebook or X. Phillips Seed, serving, innovating, growing since 1985.
The recent storm could have done a real number on your roof, but how would you know? Is your home vulnerable to future damage? Call Bryson Flax at Ryan Roofing today. An in-person roof inspection is necessary to evaluate damage. Rely on Bryson to perform a free roof assessment. Inspect, assess, and resolve. Protect your home and make sure your insurance policy provides the coverage you deserve. Roofs, windows, siding, and gutters on your home or business. Call Bryson Flax at Ryan Roofing, always supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Back here in postgame, a little bit of a school function going on here in between games, so we are just kind of hanging out, talking about Lady Trojan basketball. We've got the guys' game coming up here in hopefully a few minutes. Southeast of Saline on the girls' side tonight, 58-21. Some other girls' finals that are coming in on the area scoreboard to tell you about. Goddard Eisenhower tonight beat Salina South in a close one, 36-32. Also, Hoisington tonight beat El Saline, 46-14. So a couple of different finals for you. We have two more games on Salina Post tonight with live stream video. Chapman and Abilene doing battle tonight. Tyler Henry has the call on that from Chapman's District Gymnasium. And also, it is Hutch Trinity and Sacred Heart doing battle. Noah Helgett has the call on that one as well for Sacred Heart and the Knights as we look at some of the games that were going on tonight around the area in the NCAA. Beloit was off tonight, which is kind of weird for Friday night, but you fast forward to next week, Southeast of Saline's going to be off on a Friday night. As I said, Sacred Heart and Hutch Trinity playing tonight. Minneapolis plays Hillsboro. Republic County plays Valley Center, and Lions at Ellenwood. So this was the only NCAA game that had two league opponents going at it tonight with Ellsworth and Southeast of Saline. And boy, Southeast of Saline played extremely well. Kaya Samuelson, probably one of her best games that she's played all around offensively and defensively, and her points are there to show for it as well. 30 points tonight for the sophomore Kaya Samuelson. It is a new career high. As I said, she scored 21 against Sacred Heart as a freshman last year, but she gets 30 tonight in a game that it just seemed like, I think maybe if you watched this game and you weren't keeping stats, you knew Kaya had a lot of points. I don't know that you would realize she had 30.
No, because they came in such a fluid way. Like, she never exploded. She didn't force anything. They were all within the offense. I mean, everything just came so natural and organically, within the offense in a way that, yes, Kaya was the one that hit those shots, but the way the ball moved around, there's so many players that could hit those shots. It was just Kaya tonight that had the hot hand, just continued to be left wide open. The offense just worked this Ellsworth defense so difficult. It was Kaya that was wide open, and she took full advantage tonight.
We saw other girls step up in this game that I'm more than happy to talk about. One of them, I will go right out of the gate because we've been on the train of Charlotte Knopf and what she has been doing just game after game after game. She gets better and better. She came in tonight, and she, frankly and honestly, went against a girl head-to-head that kicked her tail a little bit last couple of years inside in the paint. Didn't happen tonight. Charlotte was up for the task, and she got the better of Alexis Moore in the lane.
Yeah, she did. And again, it's what you can do defensively. Everybody that gets on the court plays defense for Southeast. I mean, you look, it doesn't matter what the rotation is. There's not a weakness defensively, and that's how you get on the court initially. But you talk about just the changeup from Douglas to Knopf. I mean, if you can see what that changeup is. There's the strength and there's the length, but they're both super athletic. So all of a sudden you're banging, all day against that strength of Douglas, and all of a sudden you have that length to deal with Knopf. And Knopf showed a lot of strength as well, just to grab rebounds, to play strong defensively. Again, it goes back. I hate to pat myself on the back. You get rid of Samuelson scoring, it goes back to what we talked about, the keys to success tonight. It's the ugly stuff. It was the Heinrich. It was the Durans. It was Pearson. It's knocking balls away, getting your hands on loose balls, doing the things that aren't going to show up on a stat sheet. Again, Samuelson had 30. You could not overstate that enough. But it's everybody doing everything else. And I'll tell you what, though, I saw the look on Shauna Smith's face when this game ended. It wasn't happy. She wanted more. Like, I mean, she's hungry. This team, the biggest compliment you can ever give a team is that they have the identity of their head coach. And I think we see it right now. This Southeast team is playing with Shauna Smith's identity.
Well, it's the old thing, too. You can be happy coming out of here. You can be satisfied coming out of here.
No.
You can be maybe a little content that you're on the right track and excited for things that are coming. The trajectory of this team right now is up and to the right. There's no other way to put that. But let's be realistic about the schedule. This was just one of many, many games coming up that you just kind of look at the schedule and say, okay, on to the next one. As I said, Tuesday, it's Sacred Heart. You still have 2 more top teams in the NCAA left to play. You have Beloit. You also have Ellsworth again. And this Ellsworth team isn't going to get beat by 30 when we have the rematch and they come to Southeast of Saline. I'm going to venture to guess Alexis Moore isn't going to be in foul trouble the whole game. Lainey Peshka is not going to be held in that game to 2 points. It's going to be a different story. We all know that. It's probably going to be a game that's officiated differently. I thought the way that this game was called tonight, it played right in the hands of Southeast.
Yeah, it did. Anytime it's going to be physical and you're going to let players play a little bit, that's always going to work because it's the little dog in everybody from Southeast. It's the defense. It's the people nipping at your heels. It's, again, to go back to it, it's Duran, it's Heinrich. It's just the defense just nipping at you at all times. Sooner or later, you have to call every foul. If you're not going to call every foul, it's difficult to keep the basketball away from those two in the entire defense. But, no, you're exactly right. You have 2 state-ranked teams coming up. You have Sacred Heart. You have Beloit. You're thinking of an Ellsworth team that could very well be state-ranked. I mean, if you've never watched Ellsworth play, don't let this dictate, your perception of Ellsworth. This is a darn good basketball team. Just caught them on the right night. The wrong night if you're a Bearcat fan, because Southeast just hit on all cylinders tonight. Like you said earlier, potentially a perfect game that we saw thrown from Southeast tonight.
Let me ask you about that. That's kind of the mini thing of this season, which this kind of has to do with that, but it also has to do with the atmosphere of the NCAA. When you look at league play and what the Southeast of Saline team has done, since the start of the 2020 season, they're 47-8. That's their record, including the 2 wins this week, is 47-8. So you look at this, and I think maybe there was a little bit of a shock last year when Ellsworth beat Southeast of Saline at home. Southeast of Saline doesn't lose at home. Their record in the NCAA at home is incredible as well. When you look at, they've only had 10 home losses since the 2020 season started at home. That's league and non-league. Last year when Ellsworth beat Southeast, and Southeast didn't have a chance to come back here and play and kind of get that revenge game, it almost kind of like messed the NCAA up a little bit. I mean, you've always had Beloit, you've always had Southeast of Saline, but then it was like, man, I don't know. We knew, and the thing about it is, we knew every single girl on that Ellsworth team last year will be back and be a senior this year. This kind of puts the NCAA back in perspective where it's more than one team, it's more than 2 teams. It is 4 teams that are going to be at the top.
Yeah, and you could see the storm coming from this Ellsworth team when they were sophomores. I mean, you could see that they majority of these girls started as sophomores. They've come up together. They're very strong. And you talk about that attitude of your coach and that nastiness, and I don't know what Shauna Smith told her team, but she knows what happened last year. She knows that this was the only NCAA team that Southeast didn't beat. When you talk about, they shared the league title. Well, I know the league title doesn't sit at Southeast. I mean, despite them sharing it, the plaque is here. Stuff like that irks Shauna Smith. She wants that thing at Southeast. She wants it in Gypsum. She wants to make sure that this team understands that anytime you're playing an Ellsworth team, anytime you're playing any team in the league, like, it means a lot. Like, league games are super important. Home games are super important. Postseason is super important. Every single game is super important. Every single game you prepare for the exact same way, and you saw them prepare tonight.
Kaya Samuelson tonight, our Vernon Jewelers gym of the game. Valentine's Day right around the corner. As Tyler said, February is this weekend. You have about 2 weeks to get your tail down to Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. They have great discounts during Valentine's Day time in February. Check out their social media on Facebook and Instagram for those deals, and go visit our friends at Vernon Jewelers in downtown Salina. Kaya Samuelson tonight, a new career high, 30 points. He is the gym of the game. In a 58-21 victory for Southeast of Saline, now 13-3 on the season. They go to 5-2 in league play. Ellsworth goes to 10-4 on the season, 4-3 in league play. Southeast of Saline now will focus on one game next week. It is on Tuesday Tuesday, and it will be in Salina against Sacred Heart. We'll now turn the corner, get you ready for the guys contest. It is the second game of our doubleheader, and it's coming up. We're about 12 minutes away from starters and the tip. Southeast of Saline basketball marches on here on KINA.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash. This is the 2-in-1 removable agitator. This Whirlpool washer has flexible capacity. You can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items of smaller loads. This opens up space in the wash tub and allows you to wash bulky items like comforters with no problems. Shop at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center. Quality service with every purchase. Located on South 9th next to Genesis Health Clubs.
And the second free throw is good. The Trojans have called timeout to make some important decisions.
Hi, fans. It's Winnell Garrettson from Salina Homes. In every game, there are lots of options to make the right play. And in real estate, the plays can be challenging. Whether you're a first-time buyer, upsizing for the family, investing in rentals or commercial property, or selling land, I have the knowledge to help you win your real estate game. It's sure to be a slam dunk when I serve as your realtor. Buy or sell, call Winnell.
This is Trojan Basketball on KINA.
Francis Flax joins us now as we look ahead to our second game tonight of our Trojan doubleheader as the Southeast guys will take on the Bearcats here in Ellsworth. And, Coach, before we preview the game here tonight, let's look back at the game in Belleville against Republic County on Tuesday. You take the loss there 52-38. It just seemed like offensively, from my vantage point and just watching the guys play, there was really never any kind of rhythm or any kind of fluid motion established offensively. Tiernan Potacek, boy, I felt bad for him. Sometimes I was like, man, is he going to get some help somewhere here? But Republic County made it awfully tough on you in that game. What are your thoughts on the game from Tuesday?
Well, first of all, early in the game, we missed several shots that I would hope we normally would make. I remember one specific that I think took the air out of us. It was maybe a 8-4 game, something like that, and Isaiah Kerr had a wide open three, and it looked good. I mean, it was in the bucket and popped out, and it seemed like it deflated us right there, and I don't know why, but it did. Republic County's much improved. You got to give them credit for that. But no, you're right. We never got in a rhythm. We just didn't play very well.
Ton of free throws in this game. You did shoot free throws well, 12 of 16, but just not much going on offensively other than that. You look at their turnover battle, you think, okay, this probably was a close game down the stretch, but Republic County ends up getting the win by double digits. You come back now and you get to play an Ellsworth team here, and we talked about that starting the week at Belleville. 2 winnable games for you against Republic County and Ellsworth. Ellsworth on a little bit of a similar path record-wise as you guys here. What do you see when you look at the Bearcats on film? And this is the first of 2 meetings now against Ellsworth. We're going to see them pretty close together here as we get into February next week.
Well, they're a well-rounded team. They have 2 outstanding players, Goss and McGowan.
Mm-hmm.
Those 2 guys are terrific, and we're going to have to figure out how to guard Goss. That's the number one thing. McGowan's going to do his thing, but we'll hold him in check. He might get double figures, but we'll hold him in check. But I don't know if we can guard Goss or not. And then they've got this freshman that comes off the bench, Barta, that if you give him any room, he's going to put the ball in the hole. He had 5 threes in the game against Republic County just a little while back. Yeah. Evidently they have the same problem we have sometimes stopping other teams.
They will, if I remember right, and traditionally with this team, they do like to attack and get in the paint and then play the kickouts, and they like to rise up. McGowan's tough when he gets in the paint as far as he can get off the floor and be quick. How do you stop that? How do you make sure you stay in front of him and make him make difficult decisions?
We're going to try, if he's got the ball at the top of the key, which he does numerous times in the game, we're going to stay off him. Let him shoot it from there. Okay. If he's going to beat us from there, because he's more athletic than anybody we have in the around the paint. We've got a decent game plan. I think it's just a matter of fact if we can get a couple breaks here or there earlier in the game, not wait till the second half and when we're fighting from behind.
As I look out on the floor for the first time this year, I see Gannon Jacobson shooting around with the team and warming up. What's his status?
Well, he was cleared. Of course, a few hours after we lost at Republic County. But he's going to play. We'll play him until he's not going to start. I'll put it like that. Yeah. But we're going to play him, and we're going to play him a lot. He knows we've got a good understanding. When he's ready to come out, he'll let us know. We are down one tonight, though. Tristan Schwank is under the weather. He's home ill, so that's not helping us any in the post area.
So personnel going to look a little different there without Tristan, with a little bit of Gannon here tonight. What do you want to see most from your guys as they compete against the Bearcats?
I just want to see them, and truthfully, the demeanor's been really good, and it really perked up Wednesday in practice.
Sure, yeah.
He's going to take some of the pressure off of the other guys, just his presence on the court. He's not going to be as dynamic as he was. And if people are thinking, well, he's going to get 19 tonight, I hope he does, but I'm not counting on it. We just got to play hard and limit their second chance points.
Okay, looking forward to it. We'll talk to you after the game. Francis Flax, he's the head coach of the Southeast of Saline Trojans. His guys tonight taking on the Bearcats here in Ellsworth, right here on KINA.
Can-Equip's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at Can-Equip in Solomon.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
When your feet start slipping on that snow or ice, it's not so nice. So if you don't want to fall, take my advice. Call Sage Products in Salina. With Snowplow Ice Melt, that sheet of ice and snow that's causing all those troubles disappears so fast. Now you never have to worry about busting your booty. Snowplow Ice Melt from Sage is the best you can get, and it is 100% non-toxic to children, pets, and vegetation. Call Sage Products or visit us at sageselects.com.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
Love your wife by giving her a warm butt for Valentine's Day. New Image Audio can install heated seat warmers on any vehicle, leather or cloth. Love her even more with a remote start that works in conjunction with your heated seats. Ladies, don't forget him. New Image Audio is Salina's #1 stop for hot vehicle audio, tint, truck accessories, and everything in between. Feel the love this Valentine's Day by being toasty from head to toe with New Image Audio. New Image Audio at 340 South Broadway in Salina.
The Southeast of Saline School District has a long-standing reputation for excellence. This excellence in public education has been a source of great pride and one of the factors contributing to the quality of life in our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation works in partnership with the USD 306 School District and the community that it serves to maximize student potential, thereby creating a lasting legacy, not only for our children, but for our community. The Southeast of Saline Education Foundation salutes the Trojan Sports Program.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Welcome back into Ellsworth High School. Devin Haney along with Kevin Lilly as we get ready for game number 2 of our doubleheader. It is the guys' turn now as Francis Flax and his squad take the floor here at Ellsworth, and a chance to cap out the month of January. It's kind of weird to say that, but here we are, Kev, last Friday night of January. By the time we're on the court again, it will be on Tuesday in town against Sacred Heart, and we've had turned the count on Sunday to February 1st. It's an important game tonight for Southeast of Saline. They did not play well on the road Tuesday up against Belleville, and this is a chance for them to capture some momentum and some good feelings going into the home stretch.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with Republic County, you know, we gave up too many second chance opportunities. We've got to change the way that our mindset about what rebounding is and defense is, because that's really what's getting us into a lot of trouble is the second chance points, because what they're leading to is buckets, but then we pick up silly fouls. If we would just go rebound the ball and start our offense, we would just be in such better shape, and it's just a will to want to go get a rebound.
Ellsworth comes into this game looking for a win themselves. The Bearcats right now are 4-9 overall. They're 1-5 in league play. They've had a busy week. They started out on Monday in a makeup game against Victoria, and Ellsworth was able to win that 49-36. Then they lost on Tuesday to Plainville, 51-33. Couple of familiar names that you're going to hear that's multi-sport sensations here at Ellsworth. Tucker Goss, also Cooper McGowan lead the way for the Bearcats. They are both seniors, and they are the top 2 scorers on this team for head coach Jeff Landon. For Southeast of Saline, an addition and a subtraction to the lineup here tonight. Unfortunately, sophomore Tristan Swank is out of the lineup. He had his best game offensively against Republic County in Belleville, scoring 7 points. Tristan, though, a little bit under the weather. He did not make the trip here tonight, so he is unavailable, but in the lineup in some capacity, and we'll have to see how that goes tonight, returning from a football injury that he sustained in, week number 5 or 6 against Hillsboro, is Gannon Jacobson. Gannon has been out for 4 months. He has been medically cleared. The 6'1 senior will come in for his first basketball game of the season. Last year as a junior, Jacobson led this team in scoring, rebounding. He also led the team in assists, blocks, and steals. They have missed him desperately, and we don't know what kind of capacity Gannon is going to come back in tonight. He might come in, grab a couple rebounds, get a couple of points, but he's going to get his feet underneath him in his first varsity action here tonight. And as Francis Flack said, things kind of perked up a little bit on Wednesday in practice, and it couldn't have come at a better time, because give Republic County their due. They are much better this year than what they have been, but just the way that game fell on Tuesday, I'm not going to say it was rock bottom, but it was down the lower third of the barrel.
Yeah. Well, in talking to Lyric this week, he talked about Wednesday's practice that, shots were just going in. And that's the one thing that we can say is that, we don't know how Gannon's going to perform tonight, but with Gannon being out on the floor, he's got that leadership, that senior quality, and these younger guys, let's just be honest, they don't want to let him down. They've been waiting for him to come back, and everybody's kind of just been holding their breath. And when's he coming back? When's he coming back? And now he's back, right? So we got to be excited about basketball again, and it could start right here with a big win.
Starting lineups being introduced right now to this crowd here at Ellsworth High School. For Ellsworth, it will be Tucker Goss, Jace Thomason, Carson Jacobs, Ethan Tully, and Cooper McGowan. I can tell you Goss and McGowan are the leading scorers. I don't have any stats for Ellsworth. Those stats were not shared with me in preparation for this game here tonight. Southeast of Saline under the direction of Francis Flax in his second season, assisted by Trent Douglas and Joe Ross, will start. Kane Sawyer is a 6'2 sophomore, 3.5 points, 4 rebounds a game, along with Hendrix Lund, 6' sophomore, 9 points, 2 rebounds a contest. Isaiah Kerr, a senior, 6 foot tall, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists a game. Adam Teal, a 6'3" senior, 12 points, 8 rebounds a game. Adam is the leading rebounder on this Southeast team. And Tiernan Potacek, the leading scorer and leading assist getter on this team. Tiernan averages 15 points a game, also 4 assists, along with 4 rebounds. He is a 5'8" junior. Kevin, your new image audio, keys to success tonight for the visiting Southeast of Saline Trojans.
I talked about it earlier, and we've kind of talked about it all season. This team just doesn't rebound very well, and I think we've got to get after the boards and keep Ellsworth off of them and keep those second chance opportunities to a very minimum. And then for us, we're at our best when we can move sideline to sideline and really get some inside presence. And I know that we're short Tristan tonight, but this team really hasn't made too many excuses all year long. We got to go figure out a way to get the ball inside and score inside.
If you missed it earlier, Southeast of Saline's girls got a victory 58-21 over Ellsworth. It is their 8th victory in a row. They are one of the hottest teams right now in Class 3A. Now it's the guys' turn. Southeast of Saline wearing their road purples trimmed in black and white numerals and letters. Ellsworth in their home whites trimmed in black with red numerals and letters. Southeast of Saline wins the tip. Hendricks Lund has it. He'll play it over to Adam Teal. Teal with a head and shoulder fake will go to the baseline. Now plays back out into the hands of Isaiah Kerr. Kerr with it. Bounce pass from Lund into Teal. Southeast working the ball around here against a man-to-man defense. This Ellsworth team, they're long, they're athletic, they're an impressive-looking bunch. They've struggled this year, though, as well. Shot clock down to 3. Hendricks Lund has it. He has to force a step-back three-pointer on the first possession. Goes off the backboard, off the rim, and out into the hands of Ellsworth. Here comes Cooper McGowan down the floor. Got away with a traveling violation there, trying to back in. Stumbled, kicked it out for 3, and it's going to count. A three-pointer by Jace Thomason off the no call and the travel for Cooper McGowan.
Yeah, and you can't be late on closeouts, right? You got to get there and you got to get a hand in their face and force them to drive that ball to your help side.
Potacek with it. He'll step back along the baseline and answer right back. Tiernan Potacek with it too. His skill set just amazes me every game. He is just getting better and better.
There's just something different every game that he kind of shows us, whether it's an acrobatic play or something like that, of truly how athletic and how skilled he is.
3-2 is our score. McGowan stumbled a little bit coming across the timeline, coming across that Bearcat logo. Got back up, though, kept his dribble. 3-2, Ellsworth leading by 1. Here's another three-pointer. Thomason up and good. Chase Thomason, back-to-back trifectas, and it's a 4-point Ellsworth lead.
And that's going to be the frustrating thing for me is the guy just hit a 3. You don't close out on that one, and then you leave him wide open again to shoot another 3.
Potacek splits 2 defenders. He tried to kick it out to Kerr. Thomason took it away for Ellsworth. First turnover of the game belongs to Southeast of Saline. Ellsworth trying to extend their 6-2 lead. Here's McGowan wide open from 3. That misses badly. Here's a rebound by by Teal, and it'll go up the left-hand side to Kerr. McGowan being wide open from beyond the arc might not be an accident.
No, absolutely not, because he's not a strong three-point shooter. Where you want to push him out that's where you want him to be. You don't want him to be inside.
Cannon Jacobson at the scorer's table waiting on the first whistle to check in. Here's Potacek turning the corner, gets his shot blocked, and it's taken away. Ethan Tolley there to take it away for Ellsworth. Into the hands of McGowan, up top of the circle. They'll swing it around now, ends up with Thomason in the far corner. Thomason puts his head down. He's going to go back door on a cut, and a shot that is thrown up over the rim, rebounded by Potacek. Up the right-hand side, Hendricks Lund. He'll stop from 3, now pull it back over to Kerr. Kerr will try the 3, and he got it to go. Isaiah Kerr rings the bell from long distance, just a shade left, top of the circle.
And those are some of the things, we've kind of been waiting for him to kind of catch fire from out there. He's kind of offensively been struggling the last few games.
3 minutes into the contest, 6-5 is our score. They go down low to McGowan. Kerr there defensively, but Cooper just rises up and scores right around him. Cooper McGowan, his first bucket of the night.
And that's going to be a mismatch if Kerr's going to be guarding him all night. Kerr just does not have the size to stay with him.
And he's kind of a mismatch nightmare, isn't he?
Yeah.
Here's Hendricks Lund for 3, and he gets it to go. McGowan quick enough, you can't guard him with a big guy, but he's athletic and long enough, you can't guard him with a guard.
And the kid can just jump out of the gym.
8-8 our score. Don't want to misspeak here. I'm going on memory. You may know and tell me if I'm right or wrong. McGowan was selected to the Shrine Bowl for Ellsworth in football this year, wasn't he?
Yep, I do believe so.
Okay. And that keeps their streak alive. Southeast of Saline has had an impressive streak of football players being selected to the Shrine Bowl, but so has Ellsworth. And here's an offensive foul on McGowan as we are talking about him. And an offensive foul that will turn the ball back over and let Gannon Jacobson come into the game. And you hear the crowd for Southeast of Saline. Probably a little bit happy to see Gannon on the court, but also saluting him for gutting it out the last 4 months. Man, I know it's been rough on Gannon, but if you're going to choose somebody to have to go through something like that, it's him, right?
Yeah, and it's, right there, right away, it's like Gannon's calling for a lob up top. You know what I mean?
And right away, Gannon gets a lot of attention, and he finds a open shooter inside in Tiernan Patacic. Tiernan's probably exhaling a little bit, seeing his buddy on the floor as well.
Yeah, and, the thing is, Gannon has worked his tail off to get back to this point. But you feel for him. He lost out on the state championship run, so you just feel like he gets a little bit of that senior season back, and gets to get back out on the basketball court.
10-8 is our score. It's a 2-point Southeast lead. They have a little bit of a run, but then going to the cup and scoring is Tucker Goss. He is also fouled, and he'll get a chance to step to the free throw line after the foul here against Southeast of Saline. Each team has one foul. That foul for Southeast was on Isaiah Kerr, and it's his first. Each team has one foul. Each team has one turnover. 3:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Goss free throw is up and good. 11-10, Ellsworth takes the lead back.
And the thing is if you put Gannon down at the 5, that is the one mismatch that we can potentially exploit from a lot of different teams.
Yeah, he's so crafty around the rim. We talk about Patacic, who will shoot the 3 here. Off the back of the mark, no good. Gannon going after the rebound. Ellsworth stumbling out of bounds, has to save it back in. Comes to Patacic. He'll go underhand pass to Teal. His shot is up and good. I'm not so sure Adam didn't get hacked on the arm there, but he continued up with that left hand and was able to shoot and score.
And the thing is who tracked down that rebound to get us another opportunity, right? It's Gannon. It's that will to want to get another possession.
Unforced turnover now. Ellsworth throws it out of bounds over to their student body. None of them are suited up for tonight, and so they're not eligible. 3 minutes left to go. First quarter, 12-11. Southeast of Saline leading it by 1. Patacic with it, up top. He'll go to the right-hand side to Lyric Lilly, who just checked into the game. Kerr, Jacobson, and Teal. Here's Gannon's first shot. Three-pointer from the corner. Too strong, no good. A rebound, Cooper McGowan. Comes Ellsworth back the other way. Going right to left as you view live stream video on SalinaPost.com. Brought to you tonight by Commercial Tire Centers. Also, Dr. Andrew Westbrook at Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Missed by Ellsworth. Southeast in transition. Kerr tries another 3. That's no good. Patacic claims the rebound for Southeast. He'll go back down in the short corner to Teal, who has a Bearcat all over him. The two players barrel roll out of bounds, and they have to call that an alternate possession. Both of them kind of hit out of bounds at the same time, and the arrow will go towards Ellsworth. 12-11 our score. 1 point lead by Southeast. Ellsworth has the basketball. McGowan left-hand side. He'll direct traffic, telling Tucker Goss to cut through the lane. Now they go top of the key to Ethan Tolley. Tolley now back left-hand side to Goss. His three-pointer off the front of the rim, no good. Off the hand to McGowan, back to Goss. He gets bumped out of bounds. McGowan will try to shoot the 3, and that's up and good. Cooper McGowan has 5 in the first quarter.
And I think if you're Southeast, you'll take that because he's not going to make, he's not going to make them all from out there. He's not that good of a shooter.
There's a ball that's going out of bounds. Isaiah Kerr saves it, but they're going to say stepped on the baseline, and it will go back to Ellsworth.
I'd still like to see a little bit, Ellsworth went to that zone, right? So let's not settle for 3s. Let's make that zone move and find those angles and still get something a little closer to the rim.
14-12, Ellsworth with the basketball. 1:33 left to play here in the first quarter. Into the ball game for Ellsworth is Colson Barta. You heard Francis Flax maybe in our pregame glowingly talk about Barta. He said if you leave him open, he walks in the gym, he's going to drill it on you.
Yep. And just a freshman, right?
Yeah, said he had 5 3-pointers against Republic County last week. So a lot of respect there for Colson Barta from this Southeast of Saline coaching staff. Right now, Lyric Lilly is on him. 1:20 left to go here in the first quarter. Ellsworth working through their offense. Goss has it, now McGowan. McGowan now guarded by Kerr as Patacic has moved over to Goss. Patacic now with the poke and the steal. He's going to pull up. Has a shot blocked by McGowan. Now McGowan spits it out on the outlet. Up the sideline to Goss. Goss reckless abandon, goes to the cup, and they're going to call A blocking foul on Lilly underneath, and that will be free throws coming up for Tucker Goss.
I didn't even think Teal was in the area.
Okay, well, it explains a lot.
Okay.
And I will get back to that. Goss' first free throw is up and good. I thought Lyric was there. I thought he got the charge. So if it is on Adam Teal, it must have been up top where the shot came from, because I didn't see Lyric do anything wrong there. So it explains it.
Yep.
Basically what I'm saying is now I feel like I don't have to blame them for blowing that call. It clears my head a little bit, Kevin. Darn it. So it is a foul on Adam Teal, his first. Under a minute left to go here in the first quarter. It's a 4-point lead, the biggest lead of the quarter once again for Ellsworth. It's the second time they've led by 4. 16-12.
I love Gannon down low, man. He is battling his tail off.
Adam Teal with it. He's along the side of the lane. Now he's going to go over to the other side where he's more comfortable. Left-handed shot is up. That's no good, trickling off the rim. And Ellsworth has it for the last possession of the quarter. McGowan will come across the timeline. And Ellsworth will play for the last shot here. Shot clock is off. Goss with it. Guarded by Potacek. Potacek took it away from him last time on the floor. Here's McGowan falling down at Colson's feet. And Colson Barta is going to drill it anyway. This kid is good.
Yep.
First shot up and in. He had one of his teammates right at the edge of his shoes that time. And Southeast throws up a desperation shot at the end of the quarter, and all of a sudden, Southeast of Saline trailing by 7 at the end of the first quarter. 19-12 is our score. Ellsworth leading it here by 7 points as we go to the second quarter. Southeast of Saline basketball presented tonight by Commercial Tire Centers.
Whether on the field, court, or in the operating room, experience matters. A coach loves an experienced team just like a patient values an experienced doctor. Salina Ortho has ABOS board-certified physicians with over 40 years of orthopedic service. If you need help staying active or just want to discuss options regarding the newest techniques and services and specialties that Salina Ortho provides, see one of our trusted physicians or visit salinaortho.com. Salina Ortho, your voice, your choice, past, present, and future.
4 walls and a roof can make a house, but a home, that's where life happens. First steps, backyard birthdays, morning coffee, sunsets on the porch. Home isn't something you buy, it's something you feel. And when it's right, you just know. For 22 years, Dan Goebel has helped people in Salina find that feeling. And now, he's here to help you. Your home is out there. Dan Goebel knows the way. Call 785-819-1904 or visit Salina Homes to find your way home.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
19-12 is our score. It's a 7-point lead for Ellsworth. Southeast of Saline has the basketball as we start second quarter action. Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball presented tonight here on KINA and live stream video on SalinaPost.com by Dr. Andrew Westbrook, Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Lob pass inside to Hendricks Lund. He'll turn, go in attack mode at the rim and score. Hendricks Lund has 5.
I think that was the message, from Flax, at the end of the first quarter is let's try to get something inside.
Yeah, I don't know that this Ellsworth team has anybody inside that's going to keep you away from the rim. I mean, McGowan is good, but he is one man, and most of the time he's out around the perimeter trying to guard one of the guards for Southeast.
And that's the thing. That's just got to be the scouting report. Let's not settle for those jumpers. Now, if it's there on a kick out on a double, you take it. But, let's start inside. That's a charge.
That is. And they're going to call a traveling violation on Goss. Goss just kind of backed over Potacek that time, who was standing his ground, and then went into him again and turned the ball over. Here's a score update for you on the area scoreboard, a game that was seen and can be seen anytime on demand at SalinaPost.com. On YouTube, Chapman's girls tonight beat Abilene 56-40. Tyler Henry tonight in Chapman with a doubleheader, girls and boys, between Abilene and Chapman. There's a pitch out to Potacek. He'll pull up 15-footer, hard off the window. That's no good. Lilly chasing the rebound will save it for Southeast. Now back to Teal. Now to Lyric Lilly. Up top, Sawyers. He'll try a 3. Shot missing, no good. Teal, though, wrestles the basketball away from Ellsworth. Back out to Lyric Lilly. 19-14 our score. Ellsworth leading by 5. Sawyers over to the left. Potacek for 3. He's knocked down, and 3 free throws coming up for Tiernan Potacek. Tiernan so far with 4. Have a chance to go to the stripe here and earn 3 more. The foul on Tucker Goss, his first. Cooper McGowan doing some contact maintenance.
And listen, I've always been impressed with people. I don't have contacts, I don't wear glasses, but I don't know how you just put something right in your eye and keep going. I don't.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Second free throw after the first make. TP so far 2 of 2 on this 3-shot trip. Half a dozen points now. Third free throw. Hat trick. Got them all. 3 free throws for Tiernan Patacic. And he has brought this Ellsworth lead back to within 2. Tiernan will come out of the game. And Gannon Jacobson will return. It's Jacobson, Lilly, Teal, Lund, Sawyers on the floor.
Yeah, and what I was just going to say, Devin, is that this is the thing that helps probably Tiernan the most. It gets him a break as well.
6:24 left to go. Second quarter. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of those, has there?
No.
Ellsworth leading by 2 with the ball. We'll fire it over left-hand side. Goss with it, ball above his head. Now big bounce inside to McGowan, wanting to back it in. Has a shot blocked by Adam Teal. Teal takes it away up the floor. Lund had it. Jacobson at the backside of the rim. And now they're going to back it back out into the hands of Lyric Lilly. He'll fire off to the right-hand side to Jacobson. Little inside-outside now between him and Adam Teal. Teal dribbles into a double team and gets tied up. Arrow in favor of Ellsworth. Well, there was just no reason really for Adam Teal to do that. He was looking over his right shoulder. That's where Cooper McGowan was hanging out.
Yeah.
And ends up coughing it up.
Yeah, and the thing is Gannon was cutting. So he's got to stay put. If Teal stays put, he's going to find Gannon cutting.
30-second timeout taken here. We will keep it right here. I want to thank Chris Cadle, producing and engineering tonight back at the KINA studios. 19-17 is our score. Shauna Smith's squad earlier tonight, 30-point rule, Ellsworth, in a game that was unbelievably good for Southeast of Saline. We'll see. Things are kind of split up here tonight. It's wild. They had the JV game earlier. They're also now having a C-team game across town, I believe. Coach Smith said she'll try to make it back for our halftime conversation. And I don't blame her. I would want to talk about that game as well.
Absolutely. I mean, the girls are just playing phenomenal basketball right now, both ends of the court, and they're a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
You know, and so
Ellsworth leading by 2 with the basketball. Bearcats come down the floor. Tucker Goss with the basketball. He'll unload it to Cooper McGowan. Now they play it back around. Carson Jacobs with it. Now back to Goss. He'll drive. Kick it out to McGowan. His three-pointer is up and good. Cooper McGowan, his second three-pointer of the night. He has 8. 22-17. Ellsworth back up by 5. Jacobson with it. Now to Teal. Teal kicks it out to Hendricks Lund. His three-pointer overshot just a little bit. It ends up in a backside rebound for Ellsworth. Carson Jacobs approaching the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. 22-17 our score. Ellsworth leading with the ball. Man-to-man defense being applied here by Southeast. McGowan down low. Gets the double team. Now he kicks it out opposite side. Now back down to the baseline. Tucker Goss has it. He'll play into the hands of Jace Thomason. Thomason started this game with a hot hand. Hit back-to-back three-pointers on Ellsworth's first 2 trips. Now Goss, he wants to drive. Little teardrop shot. Won't go off the runner. And the second putback is up and good. Ellsworth took the shot clock all the way down that time, but it reset when Goss hit the rim on his miss, and they got it right back and put it in.
Yeah, and that's kind of the issue with being so careless with some of the, defensively, is you just give up those second chance opportunities.
Gannon Jacobson for 3. That one came from the right-hand side. 24-20.
You kind of felt like that first quarter he was going to get his feet under him, right? And just kind of get the flow, get the blood moving, and now he can kind of start to pinpoint where he can help this team.
And from what I understand, and I wasn't real nosy about it, some people said it was an ankle injury. From what I understand, it was more of a foot injury. And he is wearing a little bit of a brace that's visible above his shoe, but really not a lot of hardware on that left leg. Here's a long pass from half court. Jacobson finding Adam Teal, who coasted in for 2. Boy, Adam was flying on that play.
Yeah, kind of acrobatic and kind of contorted his body a little bit and went up and finished.
And how about the find to give the assist to Jacobson, who now has a stat in the last 2 times down the floor on offense. And now a foul will be called against Southeast of Saline. I think they're going to get Teal, and they do. For Adam, that'll be his second. Not a lot of fouls in this game so far. They've only called 5 total fouls, 3 on Southeast, 2 on Ellsworth. The unfortunate thing for Adam Teal is he has 40% of the fouls called so far.
Yeah, and I don't like that call because it's not. I mean, you're down low, right? You're not at the perimeter. You're down low. It's big on big.
24-22. McGowan gets to the free throw line. He's going to play it down low, and a shot that is up and in for Carson Jacobs. Another starter scores for Ellsworth. 4 of their 5 starters are in the books. That's Jacobs' first bucket of the night. 26-22. Ellsworth. Here's a bounce down low. Jacobson in down low to Teal. Now back out to Kerr. Teal now trying to reposition and get the ball back down in the post. Instead, Southeast goes the other way. Jacobson has it. Adam comes out now, will fire the 3, and he got it. Adam Teal starting to heat up. He has 7. Southeast back within 1.
And offensively, Teal, he's kind of lost his shot the last couple of games. It's a really good sign for us that he's getting it back.
Traveling violation against Ellsworth. Cooper McGowan that time got coaxed into a shuffle, and he'll turn it back over. Southeast of Saline has it trailing by a single digit. 2:43 left to go here before halftime. Potacik with it. Center of the floor. Guarded by Goss. Those two have had a battle tonight. Now they try to set a screen up top for Jacobson. 2 Southeast players hit the deck as Ellsworth ran right through the screens, and now a block on Teal down low. Ethan Tolley took it away. Now McGowan all the way to the cup. His layup too strong, no good. Rebound, Jacobson.
And the thing is, when you run through that screener like Gowan did, it's got to be something, right? There's way too much contact there.
There's a pass over to Hendricks Lund. He's in the middle of the floor. Now a handoff to Potacik. Tiernan turning the corner. He'll leave it in the corner of the baseline to Jacobson. Gannon gets into the paint. Maybe got fouled there as he rose up. Him and McGowan met up in the air. And the ball comes out to Ellsworth. I'm not surprised the way that this crew is calling this game. It's exactly how they called the girls' game. They've been consistent all night. 26-25. It makes for good basketball.
Yeah. You get into a flow, right? That's why I didn't like to call down low, because I just didn't feel like there was enough contact there to call that.
As my buddy Bryson Flax used to say, don't kill the game.
Yeah.
Let it flow. Let it establish a rhythm. Here's a run out now. Jacobson all the way to the cup. McGowan fouled him. That was a foul, but Tiernan Potacik there to clean it up and put it back in. We saw that a couple times also in the girls' game. There was meetings at the rim that probably should have been called fouls, but they were not called.
And when Gannon went up, this whole crowd just held their breath like,
Yep. And you wonder, stamina-wise, how Gannon's being affected right now and his conditioning, because we don't have a lot of whistles. We don't have a lot of time to catch your breath.
Yeah, I bet he's hurting just a little bit, just not being in game shape. You can see.
And a timeout. I think Francis Flax feels that too. There's about a minute left. He's going to let his guys get some wind here with a 1-point lead, and it will be a 30-second timeout. We will take it as well. A minute left to go. We're back with the end of the first half after this on KINA.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Basketball on KINA.
Inside a minute left to go, 53.6 seconds on the clock. Southeast of Saline, 29-28 is a 1-point lead. And Ellsworth will have it here. A couple of possessions probably on each end of the floor to cap this one out. Let's see what the last minute brings as Ellsworth trailing by 1. Well, you just get the feeling Ellsworth has been the more dominant team in this game, but right now you look at the scoreboard and they're down by 1.
Yep.
McGowan with it, top of the circle. He'll go to the right-hand side. Thomason has it. Now down to McGowan again along the baseline. He attracts a lot of Southeast players. They pitch it back out. Carson Jacobs with it. Now to Thomason. He wants to drive. Out to Goss. He puts a runner up, and he nails it. 2 seconds left on the shot clock. Tucker Goss has 9. Southeast back the other way. 14 seconds left to go in the half. Nobody's picked up Hendricks Lund. He'll take it all the way to the baseline. Now play it out to Kerr. Clock down to 8. Now into the hands of Potacek. Clock down to 4. Tiernan driving on the left-hand side. Stumbles his way to the rim, and he kisses it off the window. Tiernan Potacek just did the impossible on that left-hand side, and he's given Southeast of Saline a 1-point lead as we go to the break. Southeast 31, Ellsworth 30 as we are at halftime. When we come back, we'll give you stats from the first half. We'll also see if Shauna Smith has made it back in the building. We'll talk about the Lady Trojans. It's all coming up. Also scores from the area's scoreboard, 31-30. Southeast of Saline leads it here on the Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories halftime report, where the Trojans are up by 1 in Ellsworth on KINA.
Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories. Everything to bling out your ride in one place, including top quality lift kits, wheels and tires, bumpers, Jeep accessories, fender flares, bed covers, bed liners, step bars, even custom painting. Knopf Auto is the and soil dealer and has many synthetics and filters in stock. Visit Knopf Auto on Facebook for specials, great ideas, and let them make your truck stick out in a crowd. Knopf Auto and Truck Accessories, supporting the Southeast of Saline Trojans.
This is Jeff with Vanderbilt's in Salina. Ladies, your men have been buying Carhartt clothes from us for years, and we have appreciated that, and thank you. We have something for you. We have women's Carhartt jackets, hoodies, sweatshirts, and coats. Some for work, some for fashion. Come see us for your Carhartt needs and check out our other ladies' lines of clothing. I don't think you'll be disappointed.
Work boots and a Vanderbilt.
This is the Trojan Halftime Report. Coming up, a first half recap. Shot at the horn. Stats, interviews, and a look at other area games. Now, let's get back to the gym for Trojan Halftime on KINA.
Back here in Ellsworth, halftime of the boys' game. It's 31-30. Tiernan Potacek with a runner off the window gives Southeast of Saline a 1-point lead here at the break. Time now to look back at the girls' contest that we had earlier this evening. Southeast of Saline with a 30-point advantage in the fourth quarter. They implement the running clock against the Ellsworth Bearcats. Final score 58-21. Kaya Samuelson, our Vernon Jewelers gym of the game, and Kaya joins us here at halftime. 30 points tonight. Before we talk about that, because it was a career night for you in scoring, let's talk about this Lady Trojan defense. If somebody scores 30 points on this team right now, they are very fortunate. Tell me how you guys are locked in on defense. Obviously, Coach Smith preaches defense, but you guys have really figured it out here in the last half dozen games.
Yeah, we all just help each other out. We talk. That's our main thing. If somebody needs help, we all help, and that's our main goal. Like, work hard, die for balls, go 100%, 110% all the time.
This team seems like it has the perfect mix of youth. Of course, you're a sophomore, Reese is a sophomore, Reagan's a junior, Taryn's a sophomore. You just go on and on. Vada's a freshman, but you have two senior leaders in Sutton Douglas and Abba Pearson. It seems like when Abba came back from injury, you guys were able to develop a game without her. Since she has come back, you continue to do those things, and you're even better than you were before. Do you have thoughts on that and how you're able to just keep that going?
Yeah, absolutely. She is such a big leader. We just feel so much more confident out there with her, and she talks the most. If you need help, she's there. Like, she's a big scorer, and she gets everyone else open.
30 points tonight for you. If you played the whole fourth quarter, you might have had 40. So you ever give your coach a little static about taking you out early? Or?
Yeah.
But it was a great game. It just seemed like you couldn't miss. How many games have you had like that in your career where sometimes you hit the rim, then it goes off the backboard, it still goes in, it doesn't matter? I know it goes the other way. Basketball is a funny sport. Sometimes those don't go in, but tonight they were. 30 points for you tonight. You come off a 17-point performance at Republic County. Tyler made the comment, you outscored Ellsworth by yourself.
Yep. Feels good.
It does. Big game coming up on Tuesday. I won't keep you long. We'll get your coach on here. But Sacred Heart coming up on Tuesday. You have one game next week, and it's against Sacred Heart. Your thoughts on the Lady Knights coming up at their place next week?
Oh, yes. I want that win so bad. Want to get them back.
Keep it rolling. It's a revenge game on Tuesday. If you want to pass that headset to your coach, good to talk to you. Kaya Samuelson, sophomore tonight, the Vernon Jewelers gym of the game. She had 30 points, 25 after the third quarter. and then her coach took her out and wouldn't let her get any more than that. Shauna Smith joins us now, and that was fun. Kaya, we talked about defense first. Like I told her, 30 points is obviously a great night for the Lady Trojans on offense here, but the defense is really what continues to impress. You guys go through a stretch tonight. You gave up 21 total, but you go through a stretch of the third quarter. You don't allow a field goal. You allow 2 free throws. You don't allow a field goal in the second half until there was 3:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Again, like I just told Kaya, if a team scores 30 on you right now, they are fortunate. This team is super locked in on defense.
Yeah, that's kind of what our concentration has been, kind of since those losses and getting Abigail back, but just kind of not letting people beat us one-on-one, neutralizing people, and I thought we did a really good job, and we've done that for the last how many games. We've kind of just did those things, and then I was telling them, then your offense comes with your defense.
Part of your defense is keeping the other team off the boards and closing that possession out. You can play great defense, and you and I have talked about it. If you don't get a rebound, your defensive possession is no good. Abba Pearson tonight was huge for you on the defensive boards. I don't know how many she had. We'll look at that at the stats over the weekend, but it just seemed like every loose ball that came off the rim or off the backboard for Ellsworth, she was there. They had no second chances to score.
Yeah, and we talked about that, about limiting their second chances, kind of keeping those because, they had number 24, that always the Moore girl. Mm-hmm. She jumps really well and whatever, but I thought we just did a good job of closing out and not giving those shots up.
This was a game that was officiated a little loosely in the fact that it was more almost like a junior college game than it was a high school game. There weren't a lot of whistles. There were long stretches where you were able to kind of get up and down the floor, and we're seeing this a little bit in the guys' game too, where we go long stretches of basketball. I think it proves who is in better shape conditioning-wise, but also contact and things like that. It seemed like it gave you an advantage in this game playing like that.
I guess I don't know. I thought there was a lot of whistles that weren't called that other way too. They could probably say something different because they were kind of in foul trouble with just a couple kids. Yeah. But I thought they could have called a lot more there. But I don't know which way it went really. I could say that. I just thought our transition offense was they couldn't get back on us. They couldn't get back, and that eliminated them also being an offensive rebound because people have to get back so quickly on us.
Just looking at this game and watching the game, I'm thinking in my mind of the things that you did well. There's so many things you did well. I struggled to find things that you did wrong in this game, and I know you never want to be satisfied. You never want to be happy. Really, the only thing I found wrong at halftime was free throw shooting once again. You're 3 of 8, but you come out in the second half. You go 7 of 8 in the second half. You end up 10 of 16. I think that's acceptable. Also, you keep the turnovers low in this game. You only have 11 turnovers, 4 of them in the second half. This was from top to bottom. Your team was prepared, and they came out and they executed against a pretty good Ellsworth team. I know that none of us expect the rematch at Southeast to be the same way, but given losing to this team a year ago and knowing all of them were going to be seniors this year, how big of a game was this for you to kind of keep that confidence rolling for your squad?
Well, I think it's one of those things we didn't get to play him a second time last year, and it's been, I don't know when it's been like about 3 years since we ever played as somebody before them. Always we played that Monday night, and then there was a Tuesday night game, and it seemed like we haven't been fresh, and so we finally got a game where we have had some fresh legs. We're not playing the night before or whatever, so I think that was a big thing for us. And so there's a little bit of we need to get out and beat them. Last year they kind of came into our place there and beat us, and so we were ready to go. And I think the girls we've been preparing, but we've been preparing. We have a big game then Tuesday night. We have another, in Floyd again. We have some games here. It's not just them, so we're trying to prepare, and we're trying to get better offensively all around. So we've done some things just to improve in that way too.
Yeah, the schedule doesn't get easier for you, that's for sure. Just one game though next week. We are off a week from tonight. You will go into Salina on Tuesday against Sacred Heart. You'll continue to try to hang on to that sub-state seeding that you have and just kind of jockey that position. That's a slippery slope right now. Just looking at that today. Winning is good right now if you're a Southeast of Saline basketball team, and you guys did that here tonight, 58-21. Coach, enjoy your weekend. Your husband thought tomorrow was February, so you might want to get him squared away on that. One more day left in January. Make sure he is where he's supposed to be tomorrow. And have a good weekend. We'll talk to you on Tuesday.
Thank you.
Shauna Smith, head coach of the Southeast of Saline ladies. Her girls tonight, 58-21. They get the victory over the Ellsworth Lady Bearcats. Kaya Samuelson, our Vernon Jewelers Gym of the Game, 30 points tonight for the sophomore. We'll take a 60-second timeout. When we come back, third quarter action for you. It's the guys leading by 1 here in Ellsworth on KINA.
Salina Surgical Hospital is a high-quality surgical facility with a comfortable and home-like atmosphere. Together with our community's greatest doctors, we are committed to a patient care model where exceptional satisfaction is the norm and every patient feels like they are treated with respect, dignity, and compassion. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local community-involved physicians. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure with us. Salina Surgical Hospital. Your voice, your choice.
Visit Suburban Appliance Center to see the Whirlpool washer with 2 ways to wash. This is the 2-in-1 removable agitator. This Whirlpool washer has flexible capacity. You can take the agitator out for bulky loads or keep it in for items of smaller loads. This opens up space in the wash tub and allows you to wash bulky items like comforters with no problems. Shop at Suburban Appliance Center and get twice the washer you have at home. Suburban Appliance Center. Quality service with every purchase. Located on South 9th, next to Genesis Health Clubs.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline Hoops on KINA.
Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly back here at Ellsworth. 31-30 our score. Tiernan Potacik leading the way for Southeast of Saline, including that runner off the window. Somehow he got enough of the glass door to go in. Again, it's all about geometry and angles. 9 points for Tiernan, 7 for Adam Teal, 5 for Hendricks Lund, 3 for Isaiah Kerr, 3 for Gannon Jacobson. Southeast of Saline starts out with the basketball. Leading scorer for Ellsworth, Tucker Goss with 11. Kevin, tell me about the first half and what you want to see here in the second.
Yeah, just some more of what we were doing. We started doing some really good things. We rebounded the ball, we limited them on second chance opportunities, and we started going inside and working our offense, everything through the inside guy.
There's Potacik with it up top. He got it from Kerr. Now back left-hand side. Hendricks Lund will fire from 3, and he nails it. Hendricks, 2 3-pointers so far in this game. He has 8.
And there again, Tiernan breaking down the defense. They collapse down on Tiernan, and he finds a wide open, Lund. And Lund's been shooting the ball pretty well here of late, too.
It's the biggest lead for Southeast of Saline in this game. Ellsworth had a 7-point lead at one point in the second quarter. 7:06 left to go. We're just underway in the first minute of the third quarter. Cooper McGowan has it in the near corner from the Ellsworth bench. He'll skip it all the way over to the opposite corner. Here's a 3 that's put up by Carson Jacobs. That's no good. Isaiah Kerr with the rebound and a long pass up the floor. Ends up with Hendricks Lund once again. Back to Kerr. He'll swing it left-hand side. Potacik, little head and shoulder fake. Now he wants to come back out. Stuck there on defense. Now he's just going to lean and put a shot up. That's no good. Rebound tipped by Kerr over to Lund. Southeast of Saline will keep it here. Good hustle there by Isaiah Kerr.
And just still in a possession for us. That's usually something that's happened to us. So, kudos to Isaiah to keep working to get us another opportunity.
34-30. Southeast leading with the ball. Teal with it above his head. Shot clock down to 10. Kerr with it now to the right. Lund has it. He'll go triple threat. Now a spin move. Tried to get it up on Jacobs. His shot is good. Hendricks might have got away with a traveling violation there. Nonetheless, it did not decrease the difficulty of that shot.
Yeah, and there again, these are the things that we've seen Hendricks starting to do more and more of, and not just be that outside shooter, really be able to, get a range of his game going inside and out.
36-30. Southeast of Saline leading it by a half a dozen. Ellsworth looking for their first bucket of the third quarter here. Shot up, no good. Ellsworth chases it to the baseline, now saving it in bounds. McGowan will take it, but then he throws it away, taken by Sawyers after a couple of tips. Turnover number 6 for Ellsworth here in this game. Lund down low, he catches it, gathers. His shot is up, no good. And back the other way comes the Bearcats.
And for Adam there, I want to see him, put that ball on the ground and go to the goal. He still had a dribble left. He doesn't have to fade away.
Felt a little hurried, didn't it?
Yep.
Chapman and Abilene doing battle. Again, that's on Salina Post with Tyler Henry. The Chapman girls got the victory. Still waiting on an update on the Sacred Heart game. They're playing Hutch Trinity tonight. I'm going to assume the Sacred Heart girls won. Here's Hendricks Lund with a 3. That's up and good. And Southeast of Saline behind Hendricks Lund with a great start to this third quarter. They lead it by 9.
And the thing is it's Tiernan being the IQ of Tiernan, finding the open shooter when everybody is collapsing down.
4:34 left to go. We're almost halfway through this third quarter. As you and I talked about, as me and Coach Smith talked about, this game and this night has had a lot of runs with no whistles. Just a lot of basketball back and forth. Here's a shot put up by Thomason. That's no good. He had 2 3-pointers to start this game. Now to McGowan. His 3-pointer comes up empty. And Ellsworth has gone ice cold like the weather outside. Southeast of Saline taking advantage of it. Here's Kerr. Into the chest of a Bearcat here. Him and Thomason collide, and the foul will go against Jace Thomason. It's his first. It's just the third foul tonight called on the Ellsworth boys.
Yeah. And I was going to say that previous play where Tiernan drives and the defense collapsed. Early in the year, Tiernan didn't have a lot of trust in Lund. I think Tiernan takes that shot. He continues to keep driving and go to the hole. He's starting to find some trust with some of these guys.
Gannon Jacobson back in the game. He collides with Tucker Goss, puts a shot up. It's short. Now Gannon tips it back out. Patochik will take it on the drive. His shot is no good. Ball in the middle of the floor. Goss down against Isaiah Kerr as those two collapse right at the top of the key. And it will stay with, actually go to Ellsworth on the arrow. Ellsworth will get it on the arrow. Southeast started out with the ball here in this third quarter. 3:58 left to go. Sacred Heart did win tonight over Hutch Trinity in the girls' side of things. 54-23. Thank you, Trey. He's a video guy. He's a score master. Guy loves him some carne asada.
Does it all.
Doesn't get any better than that. 3:45 left to go here. 39-30. Cooper McGowan trying to get his team's first bucket. Now he's going to kick it out for a 3-pointer that's up and good. Guess who? It's another Colson Barta sighting. He has taken 2 shots in this game. He has 6 points.
Yeah, and that's the frustrating thing is, like, we know they're shooters, right? I don't know why we're collapsing down and got 2 guys down low.
There's a shot on a drive by Hendricks Lund. That's up and good. He has 2 threes, 2 twos here in this third quarter alone. What a luxury, though, for Jeff Landon to look down his bench and say, okay, our offense is struggling a little bit. I'm going to put in Colson Barta.
Yeah.
Barta right now holding the basketball over on the left-hand side, working on Hendricks Lund. Now it comes back around in front of the Ellsworth bench. Tucker Goss has it. Triple threat position. Tucker, one dribble to nowhere. Now will dump it down low to McGowan. Cooper will rise up and score inside. Cooper McGowan in double digits now with 10. He will join Tucker Goss in double digits, scoring with 11. Inside, outside, Teal and Lund. Hendricks driving, shooting, and scoring. There's been 1 Trojan score in this third quarter, and it's Hendricks Lund.
And with every time he scores, you can see he's getting a little more confidence and a little more confidence. That drive there, he was straight downhill. He knew exactly what he wanted to do, and he went and executed.
He has 12 points in this period alone. Now a miss by Ellsworth. Rebound, Gannon Jacobson. Here's Gannon down the floor. Dumps it off to Hendricks Lund. Inside now, Teal up over an Ellsworth defender. Will score. Adam Teal just crashed the Hendricks Lund party on offense, and Ellsworth needs a timeout. 45-35. It is Southeast of Saline by 10. 2:10 left to go here in the third quarter. Ellsworth with a timeout. It's a full timeout. We'll take it as well here on KINA.
Are you ready to make a meaningful impact? Join our professional healthcare team at Salina Regional Health Center. We're seeking dedicated individuals who are eager to provide exceptional care to our community. Our growing organization offers competitive pay, comprehensive benefits, and opportunities for growth. We are committed to supporting you in your career. If you're ready to join a team that values compassion, teamwork, and outstanding patient care, apply at srhc.com. Great careers start here. Salina Regional Health Center. We take care of you so you can take care for others. At AJ Honey Farms, the honey is just the beginning. From raw honey and wax melts to happy bee balm and beekeeping gear, they've got everything buzzing with local flavor. Whether you're soothing a sore throat, starting your own hive, or gifting something sweet to a loved one, AJ Honey Farms brings the bees and the kind of sweetness only they can bottle.
This is Alan from AJ Honey Farms right here at 901 North 9th Street in Salina, Kansas. We truly appreciate your continued support and thank you for choosing local.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly, 2:10 to go here in the third quarter. 45-35. It's a 10-point Southeast of Saline lead. So far, they have limited Ellsworth just 5 points here in this third quarter, Kevin, after giving up 30 in the first half.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to play basketball when you make shots and you do some really good things, and that's just what they've done. And you know, the thing that I'm seeing is that it's the basketball IQ with all these guys starting to come together. And I don't know if that's a Gannon effect or what, but a lot of the things that we're seeing tonight, we didn't come close to at Republic County. And so those are some of the good things that are going to come out of tonight, whether we win or we lose. But with a 10-point lead, you just got to keep grinding and keep doing the things that got us this 10-point lead.
Tucker Goss at the free throw line missed the first free throw. That foul on Adam Teal is his third. And now the official is going to come in after a conversation with Francis Flax at the Southeast of Saline bench. Francis may be questioning who the foul was on. Now he's going to get a report back, and the conversation continues.
Yeah.
So Hendricks Lund leading in scoring. Adam Teal has 2 points. Adam just picked up his third foul. Each team has one foul here in this third quarter. We haven't had 10 fouls called the entire game on two teams combined. Here's Jacobson, corner three. Too strong, no good. McGowan out jumps everybody for the rebound. Here comes Ellsworth back the other way. Thomason with it. Leaves it off along the baseline to Goss, and Goss ran right into Tiernan Potacek, and a foul will be called on Potacek. For Tiernan, it is just his first. Second team foul on Southeast of Saline. Isaiah Kerr has a foul. Tiernan Potacek has a foul. Adam Teal has 3 fouls. Nobody else for Southeast has been called for a foul. There are 3 Bearcats with 1 foul each. And here's a drive by Tucker Goss and a left-handed layup that's up and good. He has 13 points now. 45-38. Ellsworth back within 7. Little pick and roll. Teal can't finish it. Got it off the front of the rim. Now kicks it out off the offensive rebound to Kerr for 3. That's no good. Teal kicks it out again to Jacobson. Jacobson right back inside to Adam, and he scores. Boy, Adam Teal just filling up the stat lines there as the team give Gannon all the credit in the world. He's like, this guy needs a bucket. He's working his tail off in there. 47-38. And Adam scored that on the right-hand side of the hoop, too.
Yeah, and I think these are the things that we don't really think of with, Gannon not being out there. But this is just, something for Gannon that, he wants to rebound. He knows how important it is.
Gannon now contesting a shot at the rim by Cooper McGowan. That turns away Ellsworth. Here's Kerr on an offensive rebound. He'll hand it off to Lyric Lilly, who collides with a Bearcat, and he'll get himself a trip to the free throw line. Lyric Lilly that time trying to come across the lane. Got the handoff from Kerr, and Lilly will step to the stripe. 4-2. Body shot there by Ellsworth. And it will go against Jace Thomason. Tucker Goss, his second. Lyric Lilly at the free throw line. Kane Sawyers, Hendricks Lund waiting to check in after this first shot that Lyric Lilly nails. He's in the scoring column now, first point of the night. Adam Teal will come out. Gannon Jacobson will come out. 22 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 10-point lead for Southeast.
Man, we got to get some of these players mic'd up. I want to listen to see I want to hear what they're saying.
We're just watching the conversation between Gannon and Coach Flax, and it's curious what that was being said there. Second free throw missed by Lyric Lilly. Here comes Ellsworth down the court. 12 seconds left to go. Shot clock is off to end the third quarter here. McGowan in a trap up top. He goes to Thomason to the left. Now down low. And a shot that is up, no good. Rebound being tapped out. Colson has it now, made an extra pass. They didn't have time for that, and that'll be the end of the quarter. 48-38. It's a big quarter for Southeast of Saline. They lead by 10 as we put it on cruise control and go on in to the fourth. 10-point lead by Southeast of Saline. Back with more Trojan basketball. Tonight it's presented by Maury Clinic Sports Medicine and Dr. Andrew Westbrook.
Frisbee Construction is a service organization for the commercial grain industry dedicated to giving you the best in planning, the best in quality, and the best of workmanship, and overall the best value for your dollar since 1949. Frisbee Construction specializes in new construction as well as remodel and repair of grain handling facilities throughout the Midwest. Frisbee Construction Company in Gypsum has emergency crews available as needed. For more information, go to frisbeeinc.com.
At Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, we are available when you need us most. I'm Dr. Andrew Westbrook, and I am the sports medicine physician at Maury Clinic. I see patients of all ages and help them come back stronger than ever. From broken bones to joint pain, my team and I are committed to help you do more. For those with sports injuries, come see us at our sports medicine walk-in clinic Monday and Thursday mornings from 8 to 9 a.m. Prevent, recover, and strengthen so you can perform your best. Maury Clinic Sports Medicine. Make your move with confidence.
You're listening to Southeast Trojan Hoops on KINA.
Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly back here in Ellsworth. 48-38 our score. Southeast of Saline leading by 10. Final 8 minutes up on the clock. Pretty good quarter there, Kev, for Southeast of Saline in that third.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of things that we've seen in that quarter that we haven't seen for quite some time in this season. And one is a lack of turnovers, right? We haven't turned the ball over very hardly tonight. I mean, it's going to lead to a lot of success.
Potacek putting on a pivot clinic and somehow got called for traveling. First turnover of the second half for Southeast.
Yeah, I don't know if he just changed his pivot foot or what. I mean, it looked like he was all in motion, pivoting around there.
Tiernan has 13 points. Has not scored, though, here in this second half of action. I lied to you. I said he had 9 at halftime. He actually had 9 in the second quarter. No wonder you looked at me funny. Inside, Ellsworth got a deep post entry and a shot that was put up and missed, but another shot that goes up. This is Cameron Gardner inside working hard, and Cameron comes away empty with no points. Back the other way. Lund inside to Teal. Foul on the floor. This will be called, I believe, on Goss. And it will be, nope, I'm wrong. We're going to call that on Cameron Gardner, his first. 1 minute into the fourth quarter. Here's Teal off the inbounds. Give Potacek the entry. And Adam Teal turns and scores again. Got him on the big side, strong side of the basket for Adam there, the lefty on the left-hand side. Baker's dozen now for Adam. And here's a shot that goes up. They're going to call a blocking foul before the shot. The ball actually went in, but they're going to say that foul happened early on Tiernan Potacek. It is his second. 3 different Trojans in double-digit scoring tonight. 50-40, they lead. Lob pass way up top. Cooper McGowan. McGowan standing at the top of the key. He'll play it left now to Goss. Goss with a pass inside that couldn't be handled. It's going to be scooped up by Southeast. Kane Sawyers claimed it. Potacek now to Sawyers. Now to Lilly, left-hand side, free throw line extended. Now they play it to Teal. Back to Potacek. They'll play it out to Hendricks Lund. Hendricks with a big third quarter. Boy, he made a good move there. You'd like to see him probably shoot that.
Yep.
There's a shot put up by Lyric. Lilly inside. Lyric backing it down and putting up the fadeaway. 52-38. It's a 14-point lead for Southeast.
I just really like how aggressive we've been going to the cup and trying to look for our shot inside there and not settling for those, those threes. We've taken them when they're there, but we just haven't settled for them.
There's a shot down low, possibly a travel that got missed there. Cameron Gardner got his first basket of the night. 5:45 left to go. 52-40 our score. Southeast of Saline leading. They have been since halftime. Remember that shot that Tiernan Potacek made off the window at the break? They haven't trailed since that. A lot of momentum captured there by Southeast to put them into the locker room up 31-30. Now a rebounding foul will be called underneath on Ellsworth. The ball will stay here with Southeast of Saline. Foul on Tucker Goss is his third.
Now, is that your thought in this fourth quarter? As long as Southeast keeps this lead, we may not see Gannon? Is that where your head would be on this?
I don't know. I mean, to me, if he's feeling okay,
yeah.
I mean, keep playing him, right? Because conditioning right now is probably the main thing. I mean, I think he's done enough in this game as long as he's feeling okay now. I don't know what the conversation with him and Flax was, but care for a three here. But if he's feeling okay, I wouldn't hesitate putting him back in. Guy's been out for 4 months.
Yeah. Yep.
Why hold him out now,
I agree.
Get his legs underneath him and you may want him to play more on Tuesday against Sacred Heart. There's a leaner that is a circus shot nearly by Tucker Goss. And the other thing is, I think you maybe need him on the floor here. It's a 10-point game. This isn't over yet. Still 5 minutes left to go as we just went to the 4:50 mark.
Yeah, and I like what you said, because he is probably going to need to.
There's a push-off. Lyric Lilly that time got tangled up with Colson Barta, and Lyric had his left hand come off there and go in the chest of Barta. It'll be a player control foul. And Gannon Jacobson answers all of our questions, comes up and he says, I'm going back in. Lyric on the foul. It's his first, just the second turnover here of the half on Southeast. Only the 5th turnover of the game for the Trojans. They've been very clean on offense. Kotacic will meet Colson now at half court. Colson gets rid of it to McGowan. Now a little run and jump here with Sawyers. Now Sawyers will settle back in the paint. Ellsworth has it beyond the 3-point line. Here's big steps by Goss. He'll do a whole 360. Jump shot up and good. Couple of really good shots back-to-back. Offensive trips for Ellsworth by Tucker Goss.
And it was really good defense, on both of our guys. Goss just makes a heck of a shot.
Adam Teal inside, scores again. 15 to match his jersey for Adam Teal. Back to a 10-point Southeast lead. They built that lead up by 14 points. But Ellsworth not quitting here in this game. There's a ball that's saved by Ellsworth. Now tipped out of bounds by Gannon Jacobson. It will stay here with the Bearcats. Kane Sawyers will come out. Hendricks Lund back in. I'm seeing substitution patterns that we haven't seen all year. And it's a little different, right? Because not only do you get Gannon back, but you're missing Tristan Swank tonight, coming off his best offensive game of the year against Belleville. So it's a little bit different. This may be the only night we see these substitutions. Hopefully Tristan's back and has a good weekend, and he's back at the gym with us on Tuesday. But it's a little different seeing like Hendricks Lund come out or Adam Teal come out at a point like this, and Kane Sawyers just came out. Haven't had that luxury.
Yeah. And I think these are some of the things that, we could potentially see. Coach Flax has got to figure out, which group plays really well together and which groups don't.
Kotacic, little pump fake as he gets to the baseline. Shot up and good. Tiernan scores his first basket of the second half. And that is weird to say with a 12-point lead. There's a steal now. McGowan fell down. Hendricks Lund will pick it up. And now a traveling violation on Southeast. 56-44. Southeast of Saline will give it back here to Ellsworth with 3:12 left to play. And Ellsworth will call a timeout. A little over 3 minutes left to go. 3:12 left to go in this one. Southeast of Saline leading 56-44. Trojan basketball brought to you this evening here in Ellsworth by Commercial Tire Centers.
When the time comes to honor a life, Hire Scott Mortuary in Salina is here with care, compassion, and guidance every step of the way. Celebrate memories, cherish family, and find comfort in tradition. Hire Scott Mortuary, celebrating life, embracing legacy.
During the winter months, we all rack up a lot of miles, especially following the SES basketball and wrestling teams. Isaacson Truckline is a proud supporter of the Southeast Trojans and wants to remind everyone to be safe on the roads this season. For local and long-haul service of freight and livestock, call Isaacson Truckline.
Kane Equip's annual twine and net wrap sales event is on now. Save with preseason pricing on genuine C&H twine for round balers and square balers, small or large. Choose from a variety of proven net wrap like Armor Net, Legacy, Bale Keeper, American Net, and Varsity Net. Maximum length and maximum strength for the performance you expect. See your parts professional for select rebates and ordering at Can Equip in Solomon.
You're listening to Southeast of Saline basketball on KINA.
3 minutes, 12 seconds left to go here in this league contest. Ellsworth and Southeast of Saline. Trojans leading it over the Bearcats by 12 here as we hit the stretch mark. Devin Haney, Kevin Lilly, Chris Cadle producing and engineering. Also, Trey Tolley on the camera tonight, providing live stream video free of charge on SalinaPost.com. Out of the timeout, Tucker Goss for three. Tucker with 7 points, here in the fourth quarter, has 21 now for the game.
I've been pretty impressed with him. He's an all-around basketball player.
There's a lob pass in for Jacobson. He tried to catch it and score all at the same time. You see plays like that, you see kind of flashes of the old Gannon, right? I think he's feeling okay. He was up above everybody that time. All Ellsworth could do was foul him, and they're going to send Gannon Jacobson to the free throw line. Ellsworth trying to make the case from their bench that it was a rebound. It was, his head was turned and clearly looking for a lob. Gannon missed his first free throw.
I don't necessarily would consider that a rebound because it didn't go.
He did rebound it, yes. But was he also trying to shoot while he was in the air? Yes. Missed both his free throws. And if you say that wasn't a shot attempt, you don't know much about Gannon Jacobson.
Yeah.
There's a collision, and now they're going to call it, maybe, a charge?
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Took a while, and that'll drive this Ellsworth crowd a little bit nuts as they took a conference to get that to go down. They're going to call it on Jace Thomason, and another turnover here on Ellsworth, their 11th of the night.
It was the right call.
Yep.
I mean, absolutely.
I believe so.
Yeah. I just don't know why it took him so long and why he needed help.
Yep.
Because he called it.
Yep.
So, and when you're not the home crowd, you're going to get them pretty upset.
There might be more Southeast people in this gym right now than there is Ellsworth people. That's just saying. 56-47. Southeast working now on offense. 2:19 left to go. Kick out. Opposite side of the floor. Hendricks Lund. Go ahead and count that one. Mr. Lund has 20 on the evening. That is a new career high for Hendricks Lund. Here's McGowan inside. He'll turn and put a teardrop up and in. So smooth on that drive. I don't think anybody does it better than Cooper McGowan.
And the thing is like he's got so many moves inside, but they put the ball in his hands all the time outside there, and he doesn't have really great handles. That's so weird to me.
3-yard dribble weave right now. Potocnik blows right by Jacobson. Now he'll come back to it and throw it over to the right-hand side of the floor into the hands of Hendricks Lund. Tucker Goss right now just pretty much face guarding Gannon Jacobson. Hendricks Lund put the shot up. Now a long rebound on the tip going back the other way, and the official's going to say it's Southeast of Saline ball with 90 seconds left to go.
Total hustle play on Isaiah's part, or on Adam Teal's part.
So a side inbounds for Lund. Goes to Kerr. Kerr trying to get it to Jacobson. It's going to be stolen away and saved by Ellsworth. But then they call a traveling violation as the two teams exchange turnovers there. And we'll have a full timeout. 1:25 left to go. 59-49. Back with the conclusion of this one. It's Trojan basketball here on KINA.
Mary Maids in Salina offers house cleaning services you can see and feel. Your home is more than just a house. It's where memories are made and moments are cherished. Though life can be complicated, house cleaning shouldn't be. Mary Maids strives to take the stress out of your day so you can live your life your way. With more than 40 years experience and an advanced time-tested cleaning process, they can help you reclaim time with your loved ones. Find Mary Maids on Facebook or check out their website at marymaids.com.
Love your wife by giving her a warm butt for Valentine's Day. New Image Audio can install heated seat warmers on any vehicle, leather or cloth. Love her even more with a remote start that works in conjunction with your heated seats. Ladies, don't forget him. New Image Audio is Salina's #1 stop for hot vehicle audio, tint, truck accessories, and everything in between. Feel the love this Valentine's Day by being toasty from head to toe with New Image Audio. Call today for a free estimate. New Image Audio at 340 South Broadway in Salina.
This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
Back here at Ellsworth. Devin and Kevin. Southeast of Saline with the basketball. Gannon Jacobson has it, and he will go to the free throw line. Ellsworth has eclipsed their limit in fouls. That's their 5th team foul, and Jacobson will visit the stripe. Gannon 3 points tonight. Hit a baseline three-pointer in the second quarter. That foul on Goss is his 4th. Free throw's up, and it's good. $60-49. Sharpshooter Colson Barta back into the game. Jacobson's second free throw off the front of the rim, no good. McGowan with the rebound, back the other way. Cooper McGowan, little up and under move, lost 2 Trojans that time, but missed the shot, and it's rebounded by Adam Teal. Now to Isaiah Kerr, and a foul will be called on Ellsworth that will send Isaiah Kerr to the free throw line. Kerr hit a big 3 in the first quarter, and I thought back to my conversation with Francis Flax. He was talking about how Southeast just kind of fell out of that game early with with Republic County on Tuesday. He said they're going back and forth, had a decent run going, and he said they missed a couple of shots, and he went back to a 3-pointer that Isaiah Kerr missed that was wide open top of the circle. He said, we need him to hit those shots. When Isaiah hit that 3 here tonight, I was like, okay, it's early, but I get it, man. It's just kind of a rhythm, and it's a confidence thing. How is tonight going to go for us?
Yep.
Isaiah missed that, or got that free throw, got them both.
And Isaiah's got the ability to score, and that's what, he's got the whole package. He plays really good defense, he's got really good handles, and he's got the ability. He's just such an unselfish player.
62-49, back to a 13-point Southeast lead. Their biggest lead of the night has been 14. We go inside of a minute. Southeast working for their 5th win of the season. And a 3-pointer that is up and good as Tucker Goss continues to assault the scoreboard. Back to a 10-point game. Tachik has it, out left, Lund. Boy, Lund's been really good on the offensive end in this game. 32 seconds left to play. About a 15 differential between the shot and game clock. Tachik is stuck, and Francis Flax is going to call a timeout here. It's a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here and remind you, Southeast of Saline basketball is brought to you by Stardust Trophies and More in downtown Salina, Salina Fence Company, and also Sage Products in Salina. A little bit of snow flying around today. Still got the mess from last weekend. Triple thread ice melt, Sage Products. They'll get you some shaker bags that are easy to deal with and convenient to use, or you can get big bags. Stock up. Always have some on demand. Want to pre-treat those things, Kev. Get it out there early.
Yeah, I got a big parking lot, so I had to use some.
That's right.
The big bags.
Yeah.
The shakers don't work well for me.
Nope. No. SageSelects.com. You want to visit their website, drop by and see them Monday through Friday and stock up. Hopefully everybody has a bunch and we never have to use it again.
That I'll be okay with that.
That's my play. I was always going to buy a snowblower, and if it never snowed again, I'd be happy.
Be the best $1,000 you ever spent.
Into the backcourt. Here's Potachik with it. Goss and McGowan both there. And now a shove in the back of Gannon Jacobson. That is going to be called against Colson Barta, his first. Gannon back to the free throw line. .8 seconds left to play. Gannon's free throw off the front of the rim is no good.
It's about the only thing he hasn't done tonight. Hit his free throws.
It's good practice, though, isn't it?
Yep.
Got the second one to go. 63-52, back to an 11-point lead. Southeast team played well tonight. Thomason fell down. Throws it out for a three-pointer from Goss. That was way out there, and Southeast has the rebound. 9 seconds left to go. 63-52, and Gannon Jacobson will dribble it out. Southeast of Saline gets the victory. And for the fourth time this season, Southeast boys and girls both win on the same day. Southeast of Saline now 5-10 on the season. 5-11. And Ellsworth goes to 4-10. 63-52 our final score. Post-game is coming up next. But final stats for you. Also have a conversation with Francis Flax after an 11-point Trojan win here on the road in Ellsworth. And you heard it right here on KINA.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire-related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers. where service is everything.
February is the month of love, and at Vernon Jewelers in Salina, we've been helping families mark life's milestones for generations. Right now, we have items up to 30% off with gifts starting under $100. From diamond jewelry and watches to custom designs and expert repairs, our experienced team is here to help. Follow Vernon Jewelers on Facebook and Instagram for daily specials and look for the iconic downtown sign, serving you for 142 years because we're not old, we're just really good at what we do.
Time now for the Trojan postgame show on KINA. Stick around for the game recap, final stats, and reaction from the coach. This is Trojan basketball on KINA.
For the 5th time this season, Southeast of Saline has got a victory on the boys' side, and for just the 4th time this season, both girls and boys win on the same night. For SES, it's a purple sweep here in Ellsworth as the guys win at 63-52. A career scoring night for sophomore Hendricks Lund. Just kind of thinking about this during the break, Kevin. You get 30 points out of Kaya Samuelson. You get 20 points out of Hendricks Lund. That's 50 points out of 2 sophomores, both leading scorers in the games that they were in.
And both of them are just phenomenal shooters.
Yeah.
And they're both sophomores, and they're going to be at Southeast for a few years to come. And I think that's the exciting thing, is it is what you and I have seen with Hendricks, is we know how good offensively he could be. It was just about him finding his confidence in that rhythm and just letting it rip and not thinking so much.
Hendricks scored 16 points in his first varsity game this season against Smoky Valley. His high is 17 against Beloit when we went to Beloit right before the holiday break. But tonight, he scores 20 to lead Southeast of Saline. Also, though, the key thing here, you have Tiernan Potocik and Adam Teal, both with 15. They share 30 points on the way to this victory tonight. Also, 5 points for Gannon Jacobson in his first game of the season, 5 for Isaiah Kerr, and 3 for Lyric Lilly. Southeast of Saline, 8 of 13 from the free throw line. They only had 7 turnovers in this game. 12 turnovers for Ellsworth. They committed a lot of those, 5 of them in the fourth quarter. They were led by Tucker Goss, who had 24 points, 12 points for Cooper McGowan, 6 points for Jace Thomason, 6 for Colson Barta, and then 2 points for Carson Jacobs and also Cameron Gardner. Southeast of Saline, 8 of 13 from the free throw line, while Ellsworth went 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. As Francis Flax joins us now, his post-game interview is brought to you by Frisbee Construction after a 63-52 win here on the road at Ellsworth. Coach, I just want to go back a couple of things here, just momentum-wise and kind of setting the tone for the night. You told me, amongst other things, in Belleville the other night, a missed 3 by Isaiah Kerr just kind of put you guys on a downward spiral, and you weren't able to recover for that. He got an open look tonight early in the game, and he nailed that 3, and I immediately remember that conversation. Yeah. That was one of many things in the first quarter that led you to 12 points. You were still down by 7, though, at the end of the first quarter. Ellsworth seemed relentless, just kind of attacking you on that first quarter. How'd you feel about the start of this?
Well, you're right. They did attack us, but we knew they would. And once we decided that we could have one guy in the lane at all times for help, that turned the tide. They were not as successful. Maybe the last couple of possessions of the game they got in there a little bit. But, no, we kept them out of there most of the time, made them shoot tough shots.
Speaking of momentum, you have a 19-11 second quarter where you outscored Ellsworth. The biggest shot of the quarter, though, probably the biggest shot of the half, was that shot by Tiernan Potocik on the left-hand side off the window. Gave you a 1-point lead right at the halftime buzzer. You never trailed after that shot. That was a huge momentum capture for you.
Well, it was, and we got off to a great start in the third quarter.
Yes.
And once we got that 6-7 point lead, we just kind of kept them at bay, and then we increased the lead a little bit. But it was this is one time you could say everybody contributed in a positive way.
It just seemed like people were playing faster, people were playing with more effort tonight, and I know Gannon Jacobson has a lot to do with that. His leadership quality is just unprecedented, but I look at Gannon tonight, and everybody's going to think, well, how do you do? How do you score? How do you do? I'm sitting here watching you guys on offense, and they are taking one of their best players and face guarding Gannon Jacobson. Meanwhile, you're playing 4-on-4 and scoring at the rim almost every single time down the floor. His presence on the floor helped without him really not doing much.
And I think we touched on that a little bit before the game. Just he on the floor is going to draw attention, and that takes the pressure off some of these other guys. And, hats off to Adam Teal, too, boy. He had a game. He rebounded the ball, scored. He was rolling to the bucket. It was good to see him break out of his shell.
Adam with 15 points. I wouldn't be surprised if he also had 15 rebounds in this game as well. Tiernan was right there with 15 points. Career scoring ninth, though, so far in his young career for Hendricks Lund. 20 points for him. He really caught fire for you in the third quarter. Kevin and I were just talking. We saw 2 games here tonight for Southeast of Saline. You had Kaya Samuelson and Adam Teal combined for 50 points. They're both sophomores. So that's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fun.
63-52, you get the victory here. 1 game now next week. It's a big one in Salina at Sacred Heart. I'm curious, just one last question here. With the lack of whistles and the way that these games were officiated tonight, where there were long stretches of play without a lot of rest, did that affect Gannon more than anything, and just kind of his conditioning and his game style of not being on the floor a whole lot?
Yeah.
There were times I thought we needed a whistler here for him to catch his breath, you know?
Well, we left him in too long in the second quarter, and then we left him in too long again in the third quarter. But we played it a lot smarter down the stretch. Kept him out till the 5-minute mark, and he was able to finish.
Fun victory, 63-52. Have a great weekend. We'll see you in February against Sacred Heart in Salina.
Thank you.
Coach Francis Flax. His post-game interview brought to you by Frisbee Construction. 63-52 our score. On the girls' side, if you missed it earlier, it was a dominating performance by the Lady Trojans as they were able to beat Ellsworth tonight and have a running clock towards the end of the game. Southeast with a big victory over Ellsworth on the girls' side tonight. As I said, Kaya Samuelson led the way with 30 points, 58-21, that final there. Our Vernon Jewelers gym of the game on the boys' side. Let's go with Hendricks Lund, man. 20 points for him. We went through a big stretch of that third quarter where he was the only one that scored, and then some of the other guys got into it and got into the victory as well. But a 14-point biggest lead for Southeast of Saline tonight on their way to a 63-52 victory. Don't forget about the scoreboard show tonight. It's brought to you by Salina Surgical Hospital from 10 until 11 o'clock. Scores and game wraps from across the state of Kansas. Also, Tuesday will be our next broadcast of Southeast of Saline basketball. It's a big one. Southeast of Saline will visit Sacred Heart in town coming up on Tuesday. That's the only Southeast of Saline varsity basketball game we will have for you coming up next week. For Trey Tolley on live stream video tonight, also Chris Cadle producing and engineering. Thank you very much, Chris. I know it was a long day. Kevin Lilly, also Tyler Smith. My name is Devin Haney saying thank you for joining us for Southeast of Saline Trojan basketball. It's a clean Trojan sweep, and it was brought to you tonight by Commercial Tire Centers and also Maury Clinic Sports Medicine, Dr. Andrew Westbrook.
Are you ready to make a meaningful impact?